From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snacks.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farm.
Tyler Grauer out of Indiana State University. We're joined by Tyler here. Tyler, just real quick, if you want to kind of talk about the start last night, first time you got out there on the mound and got things going early.
Well, I mean, just trying to get back out there. It's been a week or so since I've been on the mound. Just trying to get through my innings and help the team out.
And, early on in that start, Edenton, they got out to that early lead, but really didn't get to you. Had that strikeout pitch working, 10 strikeouts in the game. So just kind of talk about how you're feeling with that strikeout pitch and working also, too, with Shmuel Christopher.
Getting them off my fastball, because my fastball is my best pitch, so it's getting the secondary pitch who's helped me quite a bit.
And you're now coming into the third game of the season. Just kind of talk about how it's been, getting to know the guys, and obviously you started with the first 4 games at home and then going on the road yesterday for the first time. So just kind of talk about getting adjusted with the guys and used to them and hanging out in the locker room.
I mean, it's a great bunch of guys. I mean, we come from different schools. We come from different summer teams from last year. I mean, we all come together. We get to know each other, a tight-knit group. I mean, it's fun in the locker room. I mean, we get music going, get the pregame bumps going, and it's just fun playing with a new group of guys every year and just getting to know new people. It's called, it's kind of network.
Yep.
Go out and play them. Maybe you play them in college.
There you go.
Down on the road. And, yep.
Hey, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as we get set for Wilson Tobs baseball as the Tobs back home as they welcome in the Morehead City Marlins this evening as the Tobs come in 2-1 on the season. For the Marlins, they come in winners of their last 3 as they are 3-1. For the Tobs, they are coming off a tough 5-2 loss last night at Edenton. A game in which saw the Tobs defensively commit 4 errors for the first 3 innings of that game. And all 3 of those first innings resulted in 1 run for the Edenton Steamers as they would jump out to an early 3-0 lead. There was a little bit of a bright spot offensively for the Tobs as they did get a 2-run home run from Brenton Doyle as he put the Tobs on the board at the time, cut the deficit to 3-2. But then in the bottom of the fourth inning, Edenton would answer with a pair of runs their own as they would then go up 5-2, and that would complete the scoring the rest of the way. A tough night for the Tobs at the plate as they were struck out 16 times and did not work a walk in that one, as that was the first time this season where they had struck out multiple times. And the game was also the first time that Tobs pitching did not strike out at least 10 batters in a game, as it really wasn't all that bad of a start for the Tobs besides the errors. When you take a look at what they were able to do in that one, you take a look at the schedule and some of the notable box scores from that one. You take a look at the stats as getting the start last night for the Tobs. It was Jason Cornetzer out of Appalachian State. Cornetzer went 3 innings as he gave up 3 runs, just one of those earned on 4 hits. He struck out 3 batters, and he walked 1. Then Carson Freeman came in. He tossed 3 innings, had a shaky 4th inning, giving up the 2 runs. But after that, he would settle in, did not allow a run. And then Tripper Ergel and Luis Acosta, they closed out the night with a pair of scoreless innings. It was a bright spot for Tripper Ergel as he actually struck out the side in the 7th inning for the Tobs out of the bullpen. So we'll see what the Tobs can do here tonight against Morehead City. First time these 2 teams meeting up on the year. Morehead City out of the East Division in the Coastal Plain League as they are leading the way at 3-1. Fayetteville is 2-2. Wilmington 2-3. and Holly Springs 1 and 3. Taking a look over in the North Peninsula, and Wilson tied atop at 2 and 1. Then you have Edenton at 1 and 2, and then rounding out the final spot is Martinsville as they are 1 and 3. Now for the Marlins, they are coming off of a 7-4 victory against Holly Springs on June 3rd. So they had the day off yesterday. As you take a look at the box score from their win, the 7-4 when they tallied 8 hits in that game, did commit a pair of errors as they were led offensively by Joe Mason, who will get the start tonight for Morehead City. He was 3 for 5 in the game with 1 run scored. Also in that game, a pair of RBIs from starting first baseman as it was Ari Sakopoulos. Sakopoulos had a pair of runs batted in, 1 for 3 in the game. Also a run scored. He walked and struck out once. Then also Alex Pimentel, the shortstop, he went 2 for 4 in the game with an RBI as well. Take a look here around some of the games going on tonight in the Coastal Plain League as we get a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. 7 o'clock starts here between Wilmington and Holly Springs as the Salamanders host the Sharks. Also a 7:05 start between Forest City and Ashboro. The Copperheads hosting the Owls. A 7:05 start between Florence and Lexington County as the Blackfish hosting the Red Wolves. Also a 7:05 start between Macon and Savannah as the Bananas hosting the Macon. 7:05 start between Edenton and Peninsula as the Pilots playing host to the Steamers. And then a 7:15 start between High Point Thomasville and Martinsville as the Mustangs play host to the High Toms. As with that, we will send things over here to the public address system as we will have the singing of our national anthem for this evening on a beautiful night here in Wilson, North Carolina.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Before we sing the national anthem, we would like to take a moment to stand with Emma. Emma Bailey, who is a Southern Nash senior, was recently in a severe car accident. She is an important member of our community and is currently in the ICU with major complications. You can find more information about how to help the family and Emma at the Facebook page Stand with Emma or at Guest Services. At this time, we'd like to take up all in attendance to take pause and have a moment of silence. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please remove your caps for the singing of the national anthem. Tonight's anthem will be performed by Grace Winslow.
Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Great job, Grace. Good job. And a shout out to the little kids back on the backfield for standing at attention while the national anthem was being sung. Great job, guys.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as we get set for some baseball here in the Coastal Plain League as the Wilson Tobs and the Morehead City Marlins meet here for the first time in 2018. The two teams will meet tomorrow night in Morehead City as the starter tonight here for the Wilson Tobs will be that number 3 as it will be Chris Farrell And for Chris Farrell, a sophomore out of William and Mary from Great Falls, Virginia, as he will make his first start here this season for the Wilson Tobs. Give you a look here defensively at the top. Shawai Christopher will get the start today behind the plate. Ben Fazo is at first. Kevin McGowan gets the start at second. Patrick Frick gets the start at shortstop. Jacob Nestor is at third base today for the Tobs. Through the outfield, Antoine Tucker gets the start at left. Brenton Doyle is in center, and Carson Freeman is in right field. And doing the designated hitting today for the Tobs will be number 5, Drew Brooks. As for the starter, Chris Farrell, he will face the Morehead City lineup that will look like this. Will Johnson will lead things off. Dan Hyman will bat second. Brendan Doherty will bat third. Mason, he bats fourth. Dominic Camaretta bats fifth. Alex Pimentel bats sixth. Ari Sakopoulos bats seventh. And Bryce Delavie bats eighth. And then Luke Shadid bats ninth for the Marlins here in this one. As the throw down to second here for Shawai Christopher. And we are set to go. I'd like to send a shout out to our game day sponsors, DeBayou of Wilson State Farm, for Jana Lake agent there, and then Sweetwater Brewing Company. As it is right around the bases celebration night here for Wilson County Schools at historic Fleming Stadium, along with our second Tobs All You Can Eat Tuesday of the season. So it's Will Johnson to step in and get things going. As the first pitch here will be a call strike. Our umpires for the game tonight, Ryan Sigmund along with Josh Williams. As for Johnson out of Eastern Kentucky, takes a call strike number 2, a redshirt junior, 5'10". Johnson notched a .322 batting average with 9 home runs this year at Eastern Kentucky. 0-2 pitch is going to be a ball that misses on the outer half. Jamoy Christopher thought it was in there for strike 3. He was ready to toss it on down to Jacob Nestor, but he'll have to get back behind the plate for a 1-2 pitch. As we are underway at 7:05 this evening. Pitch here is swung on, hit out to center. Doyle ranging in. That one's going to drop. As it looks like Doyle had lost it in the sun. He couldn't get a good beat on it. And so a good start for Morehead City as Will Johnson is a leadoff base runner. So that'll bring up Danton Hyman. As for Hyman, get the start in center field today. As he's a junior from Newberry, 6 foot tall. Takes this first pitch for a call strike. For the Morehead City Marlins, they are led by Jesse Lancaster in his second year out of the University of Mount Olive, assisted by Fico Condola and Sammy Miller, both in their first season with Marlins. Runner leads over at first. That's Johnson. Hyman at the plate in the left-handed batter's box. Shows bunt, but he'll take a call strike number 2. Tobs looking to get back into the win column as they actually entered play last night against Edenton as the last undefeated team in the Coastal Plain League, but were unable to keep that streak alive. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one misses off the outer half. These two teams will meet tomorrow night in Morehead City at 7:05 p.m. It'll be the first time this year that Wilson has played at a ballpark other than in Edenton against the Steamers, both their first 2 road games in Edenton. So the count now, 2 balls and a strike. And this one is in there for a call strike just above the belt to the center fielder Hyman. See if they have the runner Will Johnson in motion over at first. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit to short. Frick flips to second. McGowan, the turn is in time. 6-4-3 double play, and the Tobs will roll 2. Nice job there by Patrick Frick to start the double play. As they go right around the horn. So that'll bring up the third baseman. This will be Brendan Doherty. As Doherty, a sophomore out of Bradley University, 6'2", steps into the left-handed batter's box and takes the call strike number 1. So nobody on base, 2 outs here now in the top of the first inning. After the double play, here's the 0-1. That will miss up and away. On the season for Doherty, he is batting 176. Watches this one in the dirt, low and away. As he's appeared now in all 5 games for Morehead City, 3 for 17 at the plate. With 1 home run, a pair of RBIs, has struck out 5 times and walked once. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Farrell. That one will miss, so a good hitter's count. Now for the number 3 batter in the lineup for the Marlins. 1 of 2 players to hit a home run this year for Morehead City. The other is accomplished, the first baseman. And the 3-1 pitch going to miss. No call from the home plate umpire. So that'll be a 2-out base runner. First walk of the game issued by Farrell.
Now batting, wearing number 18 from Pitt Community College, Joe Mason.
So that'll bring up Joe Mason, the left fielder for the Marlins. A redshirt sophomore out of Pitt Community College. Mason batting .294 to start off this season, his 5th start today. 5 for 17 at the plate with 2 runs scored, 1 double, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. He's also tallied 3 stolen bases. Starts the count here, head 1-0 as he looks down the third baseline to get signs from his assistant coach, Pico Condola. Going to foul this one back and out of play. So the inning started out with the single from Johnson, but then Johnson erased on the 6-4-3 double play, and then they walk to Doherty. Throw over, and the runner back safely. Beautiful Tuesday night here in Wilson, North Carolina. Here on the second Tobs All You Can Eat Tuesday of the season. Nice crowd has turned out. Pitch here is going to be a call strike. Actually, I think that one missed inside for a ball. So the count 2-1. 2 outs here in the inning. The first baseman, Fazo, holding the runner out. Here's the pitch. That one swung on. Going to be a tough play for Nestor. Bounces off his glove. It's a fair ball. They're going to send the runner Doherty to third. Heading down to second will be Mason. And now it's a pair of runners in scoring position for the Marlins. So a nice job there for Joe Mason. As Mason will pick up his 6th hit of the season. So after the 2-out double, that'll bring up the designated hitter, Dominic Camerata. Camerata, a redshirt junior from UNC Charlotte, just added to the Morehead City roster. Actually just had got his jersey number as the Marlins arrived at the ballpark today. Still trying to see if he can make an early impression for his Marlins teammates with a pair of runners in scoring position here and 2 away. Behind the count, 0-1. Farrell gets set. Take a quick look here. Now pitch home, and that one going to slow away. Christopher trying to pull that one back over. Up the middle defensively, the Tobs will play back on the edge of the grass. Just behind the bags at first and third. Christopher goes through the signs behind the plate. Here's the pitch to Farrell. Swung on. That's going to be into right field. 1 run's going to score. They're waving the second runner around. And scoring is going to be Mason. And it's a 2 RBI single for Dominic Camerata. So you give the Marlins a 2-0 lead here in the top of the first inning.
Wearing number 6 from Southern Western Oklahoma, Alex Pimentel.
So that'll bring up Alex Pimentel here for the Marlins. And it's back-to-back 2-out hits. That put Morehead City onto the scoreboard. And that will bring up the shortstop out of southwestern Oklahoma, the junior Alex Pimentel, 6 foot tall. Steps into the right-handed batter's box. His 5th game of the year. 5 for 17 at the plate. Swings at the first pitch. Frick off balance, makes the low throw. Fazo, though, scoops it nicely at first. So that will end the inning as the Marlins do strand a runner on base, but they plate 2 on the 2 RBI single from Dominic Camerata. As we head to the bottom of the first inning, you're watching Wilson Tobs Baseball here on CPL.TV.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snack.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
And we get set for the bottom of the first inning. Tobs will come to the plate as they trail early by a pair of runs. As the Tobs batting order will look like this, Brenton Doyle will lead things off. Drew Brooks bats second. Patrick Frick will bat third. Chamoy Christopher bats fourth. Ben Fazo bats fifth. Kevin McGowan will bat sixth. Jacob Nestor bats seventh. Carson Freeman bats eighth. And Antoine Tucker will bat ninth. And for the Tobs, they will face the starter number 23, as it'll be Sawyer Gibson Long, a sophomore right-hander from Mercer, coming in at 6'4". And for Gibson Long, taking a look at his numbers on the year to see if this is his first start, and indeed it will be his second appearance. He has tossed an inning this season, allowed 1 run on 2 hits, struck out 3 batters, and walked 1. So an ERA of 9 for Gibson Long. And Brenton Doyle will step in. Doyle, the sophomore from Shepherd in Warrenton, Virginia. Responsible for both of Wilson's runs last night, a 2-run home run off of the scoreboard in right field at Edenton. Takes a first pitch that'll miss low and away for a ball. Okay, we'd like to welcome in all of you listeners and viewers that have tuned into CPLBaseball.tv and now watch Brenton Doyle lace a single into right field. So Brenton Doyle continuing to jumpstart this Tobs offense as he gives them a leadoff single through the right side. That'll bring up Drew Brooks, who will do the designated hitting here tonight for the Tobs. He steps in with a runner on first and nobody out. Gibson Long will throw over quickly. No tag applied to Brenton Doyle. I'll give you a look here defensively at the Marlins. Sakopoulos over at first. G at second. Pimentel at short. Dockery at third. Through the outfield, Mason is in left. Hyman in center. Johnson in right. And then behind the plate is Delvey. And a swing and a miss here by Brooks, and the count 0-1. Delvey will go through the signs. Gibson looks over the shoulder. Runner's going. Pitches inside. The throw is not going to be in time. That one might have caught a piece of Brenton Doyle, but he is going to be in there Well, the stolen base, he tries to work the right shoulder out there. So for Brenton Doyle, that'll be stolen base number 3 of the year, now 3 for 3 to put an early runner in scoring position here for the Tobs. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one is swung out and missed. They go up and in on Brooks. He can't make contact. Tobs is the team this year batting .229. That's now their 7th stolen base as a team. Look back to second by Gibson Long. The pitch here going to be up and in, almost down the hands of Brooks. Patrick Frick in the on-deck circle. For Brooks out of Missouri Baptist, a junior. See what he can do here with a runner at second. A 2-2 count. And takes that one just inside as the Morehead City bench not in all that much of agreement with the call. So the count now full here, 3-2. And this is something the Tobs at the plate weren't able to do all that much last night in Edenton. We'll see what they can do here. First base open. Runner out at second. That's Doyle. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung out, missed, and it's a strike 3. Home plate umpire is going to say it was tipped into the glove by Brooks, but the first out nonetheless.
Now batting, wearing number 22 from Wake Forest University, Patrick Frick.
So that'll bring up Patrick Frick, the shortstop out of Wake Forest University. For Frick batting .167. This is his 4th game for the Tobs. 2 for 12 to start things out. 1 run scored. Also a pair of stolen bases for him on the season. Gibson Long takes a look back to second. Now pitch home. And that one catches the outer half. As that's a called strike. Morehead City leading the 4-team East Division standings with that 3-1 mark. A game ahead of Wilmington. 0-1 pitch on its way. Frick going to take that for a called strike 2. For the Tobs, they come into play tied for the top spot in the North Division with Peninsula at 2-1. As the Tobs beating Peninsula here on opening night on Thursday, May 31st. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one is a chopper down the first base line. And that one is going to be played eventually by the first baseman, Sakopoulos, but that will allow Doyle to move over to third, but they are now 2 away. So that'll go down as a 3 unassisted. So we'll see what Troy Christopher can do. Christopher, a junior out of Tennessee Wesleyan, redshirted this year from Newport News, Virginia. Trying to get the Tobs on the scoreboard here in the bottom of the first innings. They trail 2-0. First pitch here going to miss for a ball. For Christopher on the season, batting .222. His 4th game of the year, his 3rd start, as he is 2 for 9 at the plate with a double, 2 runs scored, and 1 run batted in. And this one will miss outside. They try to frame the outside corner. Mentioned earlier before the game started, the out-of-town scoreboard. 7 games in action tonight. Pitch here going to be fouled back by Christopher. The count now 2 balls and a strike. It was Brenton Doyle who started things off with the single into right field, then swiped second. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Schmoy Christopher. That one misses low and inside. And then he moved over to third on the ground out to first base by Frick. 2 away in the inning. Gibson Long trying to get out of it, strand the runner on. Here's his 3-1, and that one is chopped foul down the first baseline as Shamoy Christopher went golfing for that one. So the count now a full 3-2. So we'll see what Shamoy Christopher can do. 3-2 count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning, a runner at third base. Gibson Long sets down the mound and delivers. That one is swung on, tailing out to left center. That one's going to drop. An RBI single for Shamoy Christopher. And that is a run powered by Greenlight to get the Tobs on the scoreboard here at the bottom of the first inning. So for Shamoy Christopher, his third hit of the season, RBI number 2. So that'll bring up first baseman Ben Fazo with Shamoy Christopher on first. Fazo, a junior from LaSalle out of Media, PA, steps into the right-handed batter's box. We'll take the first pitch here for a called strike. For Fazo to start the season, a 154 batting average, his fourth start of the season today. 2 for 13 at the plate with a run scored. The one pitch, he swings at it, drives it onto the right center field gap, and that one is going to be caught, though, as that one hung up just enough for Johnson to reel it in. And that will end the inning. So the Tobs leave a runner on base, but Shamoy Christopher cuts the deficit in half as it's a 2-1 Morehead City lead. As we go to the top of the second inning here at historic Fleming Stadium, you're watching Wilson Tobs Baseball on CPLBaseball.tv.
Ladies and gentlemen, I must apologize to the umpires. I left them out of the lineup tonight.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as it's a 2-1 score in favor of Morehead City. As Morehead City scoring 2 in the top of the first. Wilson scoring 1 in the bottom half of the first inning. Take a look here at the Coastal Plain League out-of-town scoreboard. Top of the third inning, Wilmington has a 1-0 lead against Holly Springs. Bottom of the first inning, and Ashboro has staked themselves out to a 4-0 lead against Forest City. Bottom of the first inning, and Lexington County already finds themselves behind to Florence 5-0. Top of the second inning, 3-1 lead for Savannah against Macon. Bottom of the second inning, Peninsula with a 2-1 lead against Edenton. And top of the second inning, no score between High Point, Thomasville, and Martinsville, as they have not joined in on the offensive scoring parade across the CPL tonight. As the top of the second, we'll start with an 0-1 count here to the first baseman, Ari Sakopoulos, as he takes a called strike 2. So it'll be the 7, 8, 9 batters for Morehead City here in the top of the second inning. Here's the 0-2 from Farrell in there for a called strike 3. So a Edward Jones, Chris Collins strikeout here to start off the top of the second inning.
Now batting, wearing number 14 from Columbus State, Bryce Delavy.
So that will bring up the catcher, Bryce Delavy. As Delavy, a redshirt sophomore from Columbus State, 6'2", Steps into the right-handed batter's box and watches the first pitch miss for a ball. Here's the 1-0, and he can't hold up on it. That'll be in there for a strike. Dalloway actually recently just finished up his season with Columbus State as they advanced to the Division II College World Series in Cary, North Carolina. And the pitch here will be a called strike in the outer half. That Division II World Series eventually won by Augustana out of South Dakota, becoming the top team in all Division II baseball. 1-2 pitch here, chop back up the middle. Going to be a tough play. McGowan can't come up with it, and that'll be a CI single right back up the middle. With one out here at the top of the second inning.
Wearing number 10 from Bradley University, Luke Shadid.
So that will bring up the second baseman out of Bradley University. As it'll be Luke Shadid. He bats here with a runner on first. And that one just going to miss. Shmoy Christopher was trying to frame that one to get it in there for a called strike. Leadoff batter, Will Johnson. He's in the on-deck circle. That one-out single from Delavy, the fourth hit of the game for the Marlins. As a strike going to be called here. Morehead City came into this game hitting .209 as a team, with 27 hits in their first 4 games. Got 4 so far here. And this one is swung and a miss. They go outside the zone, but get the batter to oblige. Runner first is Delavy. Takes his lead, being held on by Fazo. Farrell, the pitch is swung on and fouled right back into the netting. And will make its way over towards the Morehead City dugout on the first base side. So 1-2 count. Upcoming here. Chris Farrell takes a peek over the shoulder. The pitch is swung at him. Is strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning.
Brought to you by Edward Jones, Chris Collins.
For Farrell. This one of the swinging variety.
Now batting,
so now we'll see what he can do against the top of the order. Second time around for Morehead City. Johnson started off the game with a single before being out at second on the front end of a 6-4-3 double play. First pitch here is going to miss off the outer half. Outside of Fazo holding the runner at first. Tobs defensively playing here straight away. That one won't be in there for a strike as Christopher couldn't glove it. So the count now 2-0. Two away here in the top of the second inning. Morehead City with a 2-1 lead. Offering here from Farrell, and that one looked good on the inner half, but no call. So a tough 3-0 count here now for Chris Farrell. Farrell so far has went strikeout, single strikeout. Trying to leave the runner on here. Got to come all the way back to 3-0. That one is going to catch the outer half for a called strike. Morehead City struck for 2 runs with 2 outs in the top of the first. As after that double play, Morehead City got a walk and then a double and a single. Here's the 3-1, and that one is going to be a called strike, and that probably should have been ball 4. As it looked like he missed off the outer half of the plate. So the count is now full 3-2, so we'll see how the call goes here. Should have been left up to the home plate umpire. 3-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Farrell. Swung on right back at Farrell. He gloves it. Underhand toss to Fazo in time. And that'll do it for the Marlins here in the top of the second inning, as they will leave a runner on base after the one-out single from Bryce Delavie. And we will go to the bottom of the second inning. And the Tobs would like to thank their exclusive partners here for 2018, Thomas Law Attorneys, Greenlight, and Emerge Ortho. And the Tobs would also like to thank French West Von NC by train and Travel Easy as 1, 2, 3. As the Tobs will have their 6, 7, and 8 batters scheduled due up here in the bottom of the second inning. As I said earlier, taking a look at the Tobs' upcoming schedule. Tobs will hit the road tomorrow night as they will make the trip to Morehead City. And then the Tobs will be back home. So the Tobs doing this home away as they will be very busy over this upcoming week. 5 games in the span of 7 days. Tobs yesterday were supposed to have off, but rain on Sunday postponed the game in Edenton and then ended up playing last night. So for the Tobs, they will host Edenton on Thursday night here at historic Fleming Stadium. And then they will travel to Martinsville. And then they'll be at High Point Thomasville before returning home to host Holly Springs on Sunday, June 10th. So we'll get ready to go. We got the bottom of the second inning, see what the Tobs can do against the starter for Morehead City. And Sawyer Gibson Long, the sophomore out of Mercer, gave up 1 run on 2 hits there at the bottom of the first inning. As that was the RBI single from Chamoy Christopher. So the second baseman for the Tobs, Kevin McGowan. There's McGowan, a junior from LaSalle out of Brookhaven, PA. Gets ready in the left-handed batter's box. Righty-lefty matchup. Here's the first pitch from Gibson Long. That one is right down the heart of the plate. And for McGowan on the season, batting .333. He's going to watch this one in the dirt. Drops in front of the catcher. This is McGowan's 3rd start of the season. He's 2 for 6 at the plate with a double. Also 1 RBI and 1 walk. You start things out here in 2018. 1-1 pitch is swung on, and that one's going to be past the shortstop. But hits off the outfield lip. And for a second straight inning, the Tobs have a leadoff single. Their 3rd hit of the game.
Wearing number 6 from Catawba College, Jacob Nestor.
So that'll bring up the 3rd baseman for the Tobs, Jacob Nestor. Because Nestor, a sophomore out of Catawba College from Kernersville, North Carolina. See what head coach Brian Hill in his first season is in the works here for the Tobs. Coach Hill assisted by Jim Leggett in his first season. A little chop swing here, and the only play for the first baseman. Sakabla's going to be at first. He thought quickly about trying to fire down to second to see if he could get McGowan. But just the way that ball took the hop off of the turf, he couldn't. So it will put a runner in the scoring position here for the Tobs as McGowan goes down to second. So that'll bring the right fielder, Carson Freeman, out of East Stroudsburg University. Gets set in the left-handed batter's box wearing those red cleats. As a step off here by the pitcher, Gibson Long. McGowan leads off second. Freeman awaits his first pitch, and he watches that one called for a strikeout in the other half. for Carson Freeman. To start the season, a .250 batting average. We've seen him both on the mound and in the field for the Tobs. His second start of the year, 1 for 4 at the plate. McGowan leads at second. Here's the pitch, and that one is taken up in the zone by Freeman. He started to think about offering at that one. Let's take a look at the early line score. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Morehead City. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Tobs. Freeman waiting the pitch, and he takes that one on the outer half, and he will be behind the count, ball and 2 strikes. Nice job there by the catcher, Bryce Delavy, to frame that one and get the call from the home plate umpire. There's the 1-2, and that one is going to be chopped foul over towards the Marlins dugout, first base side. So the count, ball and 2 strikes, 1 away here in the inning. Long look back to second from Gibson Long. The pitch is swung at and missed. And that'll be a big second out for Morehead City. Second strikeout of the game for Sawyer Gibson Long. So that'll bring up the left fielder, Antoine Tucker, out of Longwood University. For Antoine Tucker, a sophomore from Chase City, Virginia. Tucker on the year batting .333. This is his 4th start, as he is 3 for 9 on the year, but 2 of those 3 hits have been doubles. He's also tallied 3 runs batted in, has scored 2 runs. Takes this pitch for a ball. Has also been hit by a pitch, so he's injected some life into the offense for Wilson here early on in this season. Trying to do so here with a potential tying run. Standing out there at second, the leadoff single from McGowan. 1-0 offering on the way. And that one swung on, watch out! And that one's into center field. They're going to send McGowan. Here comes the throw from center. Not going to be in time. Now the throw down to second, and that one's going to be wide. So it's an RBI hit for Antoine Tucker, and we're all tied at 2. And that run powered by Greenlight. So Antoine Tucker continues to produce for the Tobs, his 4th hit of the season and his 4th RBI. And we are all even here at 2. So now that'll bring up the leadoff batter, Brenton Doyle, who's already 1 for 1 in the game. Doyle ready in the right-handed batter's box. Gibson Long will take a look at the second. This one is right down Broadway for a called strike. That was a nice job of base running by McGowan. He was on his horse. He knew he needed to get going. And the throw, luckily enough, was a little bit up the third base line from the center fielder, Hyman. And then the return throw by Delavy trying to get Tucker at second was over the second baseman's head. So it is a big 2-out hit for Antoine Tucker. Now Doyle trying to keep the inning alive. All back even here at 2's on the scoreboard. And a step off here and a look back. But for Gibson Long, nobody there to throw to. Chopper here, high to third. Going to be a tough play. Here's the throw from Doherty. Not in time. Infield single for Brenton Doyle, as he's got a 2-for-2 start. And he was hustling down the line because that was a great throw from Doherty. And it's now runners on the corners here for Wilson, their 3rd hit of the inning. So it's up to Drew Brooks here now with runners on the corners. Brooks ready to go in the left-handed batter's box. The pitch, that one swung on Scott in the air. This could be playable. Marlins will give it a look, and that one going to be caught by Doherty. And so a tough first pitch there for Brooks after the infield single from Brenton Doyle. So the Tobs will leave a pair on base, but they get the game tied at 2. Thanks to the RBI hit for Antoine Tucker. As we go to the top of the third here at historic Fleming Stadium, as you're watching Wilson Tobs Baseball here on CPLBaseball.tv.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snacks.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
So what makes Mobile Mini the most secure choice for portable storage? It's our all-steel construction, patented tri-cam locking system, and container guard locks that come together to provide the most secure portable storage solution in the business. Our standard containers combine exceptional security with excellent value, utilizing exterior locking bars for access and may require an extra hand. This system is ideal for construction situations where access is infrequent. For even greater ease and convenience, our premium container delivers Mobile Mini's superior security with our easy access Mobile Mini.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Page along with you as we get set for the top of the third inning, as we're all now tied at 2 runs apiece thanks to the RBI hit from Antoine Tucker. There in the inning now, pitch here right back up the middle. That one almost took Chris Farrell's foot off. And that will be a leadoff hit here for the center fielder, Danton Hyman, after he grounded into a 6-4-3 double play his first time up. So that's already the 5th hit of the game for the Marlins. Now both teams with 5 hits.
From Bradley University, Brendan Doherty.
So that will bring up Brendan Doherty, the third baseman, walked his first time up, eventually scored on the 2 RBI single by Camarada. So both teams with 2 runs and 5 hits. Farrell peeks over the shoulder. The pitch is swung out, but that'll be foul down towards the Tobs front office on the third base line. Fans, don't forget that our second Throwback Thirsty Thursday of the season is coming up. Also, school's out, summer kickoff, swing for the fences celebration here at historic Fleming Stadium. As for that one, kids under 12 will be free admission into the ballpark, and older students will receive a discount. 0-1 pitch here from Farrell, just misses on the other half. With it being our Throwback Thirsty Thursday, we'll also have dollar select beers, draft beer specials, and half-price fountain drinks. And we'll have an R.A. Jeffries Band Series post-game band, our third of the season. 1-1 pitch on its way. The runner holds it, swung on, hit to second. McGowan. The flip is short, but it goes wide. And now the runner is going to head for third, so both runners will move up a base. As McGowan tried to sidearm it to the shortstop Frick. It went by him and it went down the left field line. As the third baseman Nestor had to go for it. So an E4 there will put a pair of runners into scoring position.
Community College, Joe Mason.
So first error of the game for either team. So that'll bring up Joe Mason, but first we'll have a chat on the mound here between assistant coach Jim Leggett and the starter Farrell. As right now, no action down in the Tobs bullpen, but there are a couple of pitchers down there starting to loosen up, so we'll see if any action does get going. But for the Tobs right now, and Chris Farrell trying to work out of this jam that his defense has put him into. And after he tossed up a 0 on the top of the second, saw his team fight back to even the score. Now 2 runners in scoring position here for the left fielder, Joe Mason, who's already 1 for 1 in the game with a double. He watches the first pitch miss low in the dirt. Farrell will take a look back to second. Now the pitch home is swung on. Watch out over there, but that one just caught the end of the netting on the first base side. Almost went into the crowd. Farrell would love to get a pop-up here, something to keep those runners from advancing. 1-1 pitch is swung into the dirt. Dory will take some help from the batter Mason as he jumps in the count 1-2. Nobody out here in the top of the third inning. Right now tied at 2 runs apiece. Mason trying to come through for Morehead City. Schwant Christopher gives the signs to his pitcher Farrell. The offering is swung on, and that one is going to be dropped by Christopher. He couldn't hold on to it. That could have been a big first out, but instead it'll be another opportunity here for Joe Mason. Schwant Christopher takes a little bit of extra time to get set behind the plate. Hyman leads off third, Doherty off second. And now time called for here is, I believe, it's Schmoy Christopher who asked for it. So it's a leadoff single from Hyman, and then the E4 is McGowan trying to get the lead runner Hyman at second to start a potential double play, but the throw would go into left field. 1-2 pitch from Farrell is swung on, back up the middle. That one's going to plate 1. We'll see if they send the second runner. They're going to hold him. So that's just going to be an RBI single for Joe Mason, and that will give the Marlins a 3-2 lead.
Now batting, wearing number 35 from UNC Charlotte, Dominique Camerata.
So that'll bring up Camerata. Yes. Camerata provided the big hit in his first time up for Morehead City, a 2 RBI single. He waits the first pitch from Farrell, which is going to be on the outer half for a called strike. So the Tobs work to get the game tied after plating a run in each of the first 2 innings, but see the Marlins jump back out in front. Now runners on the corners here and nobody out. 0-1 pitch. That's in there for a called strike 2. As Camerata wasn't happy with himself that he didn't offer it, kind of kick the dirt with the right foot. Tobs have turned 1 double play here. They will take 1 here, although it would in all likelihood allow a run to come in. There's the offering, and that one is low. Thought Christopher might check to see if he offered, but he doesn't, so they count the ball on 2 strikes. Troy Christopher will go through the signs. 1-2, a breaking ball, called strike 3. A late ring up there by the home plate umpire, but Camerata is down on strikes, and that'll be the first out, and he has some words as he departs and heads back to the dugout.
Now batting, wearing
So that is the 3rd strikeout for Farrell.
Alex Pimentel.
So that'll bring up Alex Pimentel, the shortstop. Farrell's first pitch, and that one's a called strike. Nice job there by Shamoy Christopher, bringing that one back over the outer half. So the runner at third is Doherty. Mason is at first after his RBI single here at the top of the third. The pitch is swung on, hit to Frick. He flips to second. The turn by McGowan is in time as McGowan had got taken out at second. And so that will end the inning as it's another 6-4-3 double play, the second of the game for the Tobs. But it's a 3-2 lead for the Marlins as we go to the bottom of the third inning. So for the Tobs here in the bottom of the third inning, they will have their 3, 4, and 5 batters as it'll be Frick, Christopher, and Fazo. So for the Tobs, we said back in action on Thursday night for their second Throwback Thursday of the season. Also the Swing for the Fences celebration. Post-game band, the Tobs will also be hosting their Farm to Field Farmers Market. Stittings Farm Market as the Tobs will take on Edenton. First pitch 7 o'clock, gates open at 6. The Tobs will then also be back in action on Sunday, June 10th here at historic Fleming Stadium as it'll be Bang for Your Buck Sunday along with Bark in the Park and Faith and Family Night as you can bring your friends, your dogs, and donations to get into the game, as if you bring canned good items, you'll receive free admission to the game, along with $1 hot dogs, $1 popcorn, and $2 snow cones as the Tobs take on the Holly Springs Salamanders. Gates open at 5, first pitch at 6 o'clock as we're ready to go here in the bottom of the third inning. The shortstop Patrick Frick will step in to lead things off.
Number 22 from Wake Forest University, Patrick Frick.
So we'll see what Patrick Frick can do to ground out in his first at bat to the first baseman, Sakopoulos. Gibson long sets and delivers to start the inning. That one given a ride on the left field line, but it'll be foul. That one will get over the fence past the Wilson bullpen. Morehead City, 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors. For the Tobs, 2 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. This one is swung on right at the third baseman. Glove by Doherty is throw. Going to be right on line to Sakopoulos at first, and there's 1 away.
Now batting wearing number 11 from Tennessee Wesleyan, Shamoy Christopher.
So Shamoy Christopher will step up. 1 for 1 in the game with an RBI single back in the first, but he bats here with the bases empty. First offering is going to be swung on and fouled out of play third base side. It's actually Shamoy Christopher redshirting this year at Tennessee Wesleyan with the Major League Player Draft taking place. There's the big day was yesterday, the first 2 rounds going yesterday. And then rounds 3 through 10 taking place today. Shamoy Christopher, he was actually drafted by the Chicago White Sox, but did not take that draft pick. Here at an 0-2, it's in the dirt. He started to offer, but he held up. We'll see if they ask for an appeal. They won't. So the count will be a ball and 2 strikes. With 1 out here in the bottom of the third. The 1-2 is swung on into left field, but that one will be caught by Mason as he had it lined up just right. It looked like maybe he was going to be back too far on it, but there are 2 away.
Wearing number 19 from LaSalle University, Ben Fazo.
So that'll bring Ben Fazo, hit a fly ball to right field his first time up. as that had ended the first inning following the RBI single from Chamoy Christopher. First pitch he sees will be waved at and missed as he couldn't hold up on it. That one had missed low and away. Here's the 0-1. That one in the dirt. Nice job, though, by Delavy to keep that one in front. The count evens up. And with the first 2 rounds of the draft yesterday, there were 3 Coastal Plain League alumni drafted. Pitch here swung on, but right into the glove of the second baseman, Shadid, and that will end the inning. So the Tobs go 1, 2, 3 here in the bottom of the third as they trail 3-2. So we'll step aside for a quick timeout as you're watching Wilson Tobs Baseball here on CPLBaseball.tv.
So what makes Mobile Mini the most secure choice for portable storage? It's our all-steel construction, patented tri-cam locking system, and container guard locks that come together to provide the most secure portable storage solution in the business. Our standard containers combine exceptional security with excellent value, utilizing exterior locking bars for access and may require an extra hand. This system is ideal for construction situations where access is infrequent. For even greater ease and convenience, our premium container delivers Mobile Mini's superior security with our easy access design. Doors easily open with one hand, making it ideal for frequent retail or commercial use. Whichever way you go, you can't go wrong. Locking in the superior quality, security, and convenience of Mobile Mini.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snack.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you as we get set for the top half of the 4th inning. And right before we went to the commercial break there, I was mentioning that 3 players that had made an appearance for a team in the Coastal Plain League were taken on day 1 of the Major League Baseball draft. As those 3 players that were taken, Alec Baum in the first round, the 3rd overall pick by the Philadelphia Phillies, suited up for Wilmington in 2016. And then in the 2nd round with the 50th pick, it was Jamison Hanna, who played for Savannah in 2016, taken by the Oakland Athletics. And then in the 2nd round, the 59th pick, it was Ryan Jeffers played for the Wilmington Sharks out of UNC Wilmington in 2016. He was taken by the Minnesota Twins. And those were the 3 players with Coastal Plain League ties taken on day number 1. Count 2-0 here to start off the top of the 4th inning. Now a pitch chopped to the right side. Going to be a tough play for McGowan. And he can't come up as he went to the feet trying to just knock that one down. As it'll be a leadoff hit for the first baseman, Ari Sakopoulos. So he's got a 1-for-2 day.
Now batting, wearing number 14 from Columbus State, Bryce Delavy.
So that'll bring up the catcher, Delavy. Delavy singled his first time up, but was left at first base. That was in the scoreless 2nd inning for Farrell. Pitch here is going to be a called strike to start off the at-bat. Marlins working with a 1-run lead. Sakopoulos leads off first. 0-1 pitch on its way. Swung on that one, giving a right out to left, but lined up is Tucker. He'll make the catch. And there's one away. So that'll bring up the second baseman as it'll be Luke Shadid.
Now batting, wearing number 10 from Bradley University.
Shadid out of Bradley Bradley University. So he'll bat here with a runner at first. Struck out swinging his first time up. Christopher will set up outside. That one went inside. Here's Nestor, throws to second. The turn by McGowan is in time. A 5-4-3 double play. And the Tobs roll 2 to get out of the inning. Their third double play. And we go to the bottom of the fourth inning with the Tobs trailing 3-2. A nice double play there started by Jacob Nestor at third base. As that erases Sakopoulos at second, who led off the inning with the single. So while we have the chance, we'll take the opportunity to remind you fans, be sure to come out on Friday, June 29th for the 5th annual Digging in the Diamond game. Fans can pre-register for free at Saslow's Jewelers in Wilson for your chance to dig for one of several prizes. Featured prizes are a round trip to Las Vegas, a 4-day cruise, his and her wedding bands, and Tobs season tickets. The season also marks the 7th annual Home Run for Hunger event. It is the biggest food drive in Wilson County, so mark your calendars for Sunday, June 24th, and be sure to bring out canned goods for free admission to the game. Also, fans, every Thursday leading up to Paint the Park Pink Night on Thursday, July 26th, the Tobs will be holding a silent auction for players' pink jerseys. All proceeds will benefit the Wilson County Health Center for those women who cannot afford mammograms. As we get set here for the bottom of the fourth inning, a one-run lead for Morehead City. As back out there to work for the Marlins is the starter, Sawyer Gibson Long, who has given up 2 runs on 5 hits. As he gave up a run in the first and a run in the second, worked a 1-2-3 third inning. He will face the 6, 7, and 8 batters. It'll be McGowan, Nestor, and Freeman. McGowan 1 for 1 in the game. Had that leadoff single to start the second, then came around to score on the RBI hit from Antoine Tucker. See what he can do here to get the fourth inning underway. That one going to miss slow and away. One-0 pitch is swung at and missed. McGowan swinging out of his shoes on that one. On the fastball up in the zone. Also give you an update on the Coastal Plain. They got it down scoreboard. Chopper here off the plate. Going to be a tough play, but luckily enough came right into the glove of Gibson Long, and then his momentum was already taking him to first, so he just finishes off the play. So that'll go down as a one unassisted.
From Catawba College, Jacob Nestor.
So that'll bring up the third baseman, Jacob Nestor, who started that inning-ending 5-4-3 double play. He grounded out to the first baseman, Sakopoulos, his first time up. See what he can do here with the base is empty. First pitch from Gibson Long is going to be taken for a called strike. Nestor started to show the bunt, but it pulled the bat back. Long looking here for the pitch to his catcher, Delavy. The offering is low. Nestor started. They're going to check, and on the appeal to the umpire at first, he says that Nestor was unable to hold up the bat, so the count will be 0-2 instead of 1-1. As Jesse Lancaster was quickly out of the first base dugout. Here's the 0-2. Well, that one is in the dirt. No swing that time from Nestor. Tobs trying to battle back yet again here early on in this one. Already fought to even the score once. Here's the 1-2 offering. That one is swung on but fouled out of play, first base side. So with one away, base pass empty. Carson Freeman is in the on-deck circle. There's the 1-2, and that one misses. Good take there by Nestor as the count evens up. All squared at 2 here. Tobs looking for a base runner. Here's the pitch, and that one is poked foul over the beer garden. As Nestor will keep the bat alive. So the count 2-2. Here's the offering, and that one is a wild one in the dirt. Nice stop, though, by Delvey. So good job here for Nestor. He's worked the count back from 0-2 to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Trying to become a one-out base runner via a hit or a walk here for the Tobs. Here's the payoff pitch, and that one misses outside, ball 4. So a one-out base runner for the Tobs. And the first walk of the game issued by Gibson Long.
Now betting, wearing number 13, Stroudsburg, Carson Freeman.
So that'll bring up Carson Freeman, who struck out swinging his first time up. That came with a runner on first and 1 out. Here's the same situation here, looking for a different result. Gibson Lane delivers. That one is going to be fouled out of play. A little bit of a late swing.
Sure? If not, then call Kent Godwin with Farm Bureau Insurance for all your insurance needs.
As Antoine Tucker steps up into the on-deck circle, Tobs would love to get him to the plate here with at least one runner in scoring position, maybe a pair of runners in scoring position. First, Gibson Long will step off of the rubber, look the runner back, as that is Nestor. There's the 0-1. That one, as the runner goes now, but no throw. So nice job there by Jacob Nestor. There was no throw from Delavy. He just wasn't in a spot to throw, and also thought maybe Delavy, he was probably worried about umpire that one, calling that one a swing on Freeman. So that will put a runner in scoring position here for the Tobs. So stolen base for Jacob Nestor. And now another step off here by the pitcher, Gibson Long, and the fans calling ball count here. As that's probably the 6th time already that we've seen Gibson Long step off of the mound. And now a return here by Gibson Long, but no throw as the shortstop, Pimentel, was making the move to the base. So we'll see if that plays the advantage here of the batter, Carson Freeman, with the pitcher maybe not worrying about all that much of him. Here's the 1-1, and that one is going to miss. No call from home plate umpire. Carson Freeman going to see if he can come through a big spot here for the Tobs. Freeman looking to try to pick up his 2nd hit of the season. There's the 2-1 offering, and that one is swung on. Scott a mile high in the air. Doherty trying to find it, and he'll make the catch in foul territory. The 2nd time he's caught a foul ball today. As the first one was off the bat of Brooks.
Wearing number 24 from Longwood University, Antoine Tucker.
So we'll see what Antoine Tucker can do. He's already struck once for the Tobs, an RBI hit back in the 2nd inning. Has a runner here in scoring position. See if he can come up with another 2-out hit. Gibson Long takes a look back to 2nd. Now he'll step off yet again. So early on in this one, a one-run lead for the Marlins. But Gibson Long not helping the pace of this one. Here's the first pitch, and that one is going to be a strike in the lower part of the strike zone. A catcher, Melville, will take a look over to his dugout, first base side, maybe get some signs. Nestor leads out at second. There's the 0-1 to Tucker, and that one is fouled. Down past first base coach Jim Leggett. So Antoine Tucker now behind in the count, 0-2. Tobs plated one in the first, one in the second, were held scoreless in the third. For the Marlins, they scored 2 in the first and then 1 in the third. Here's the 0-2 offering, and that one misses up and away. Good job by Tucker to not chase that one. Also finally getting some score updates rolling in from across the CPL. 1-2 pitch coming here from Gibson Long. And that one is a called strike 3 on the outer half. And so the Tobs will strand a runner at second after Nestor worked the one-out walk and then stole second. Some score updates from around the CPL. Bottom of the fifth inning, Wilmington with a 3-2 lead over Holly Springs. Bottom of the third inning, and it has gotten ugly early as Ashboro has a 15-0 lead against Forest City in the bottom of the third inning. Bottom of the fourth inning, Florence 6-3 over top of Lexington County. Bottom of the fourth inning, Savannah leads Macon 6-2. Top of the fourth, Edenton trailing Peninsula 6-3. And bottom of the fifth inning is High Point Thomasville leads Martinsville 3-0. So we'll send this one to a quick timeout as you're watching Wilson Tobs Baseball here on CPLBaseball.tv. And so we are ready to go here in the top half of the fifth inning. As delivering a called strike number 1 as their starter, Chris Farrell back out there. Trying to navigate Morehead City here in the fifth. Pitch here, waved at and missed in the dirt. Not happy with himself on that swing was the leadoff batter, Will Johnson. He is 1 for 2 in the game, singled in the first, grounded back to Farrell in the second to end the inning. As it's Johnson, Hyman, and Doherty scheduled up here in the inning. 0-2 offering is swung on a chopper to Nestor. He has to back up on it and eats him up, and it goes into left field. And pulling up at first will be Johnson. So a tough play there for Nestor.
Now batting, wearing number 5 from Newberry College, Danton Hyman.
It's going to be past Fazo. That goes down the line. They're going to send the runner around the base. Here comes the throw. And a tag not going to be applied by Shamoy Christopher. And so Will Johnson will score all the way from first base on a bunt that is laid down by Den Hyman. After Nestor tried to make the bare hand throw, Fazo couldn't come up with it. And so it's now a 4-2 lead with a runner at third and nobody out. As that will bring up the third baseman, Brendan Doherty, with Hyman standing at third. So Doherty in this game has walked and reached on a fielder's choice. He scored 1 run. As that one was slow in the zone. Second error of the game for the Tobs defensively. And a pitch here as Tobs fans were looking for the strike count, but they won't get it. Count 2-0. Nobody out here in the top half of the 5th inning. As a run is in. So now 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the 5th. And the count has now run to 3-0 here for the batter, Doherty. A pair of pitchers warming up in the Wilson bullpen down the left field line. As Jenkins is one of those pitchers warming up. 3-0 here. That one's a strikeout in the outer half. As I believe the other pitcher warming up for the Tobs is Austin Vernon. So 3-1 on its way from Farrell, and that one's going to miss. And so that'll be a walk as it puts runners on the corners now with nobody out.
Now batting, wearing number 18 from Pitt Community College, Joe Mason.
And so Joe Mason set to bat here. Assistant coach Jim Leggett will make his way out to the mound to have a chat with his starter, Chris Farrell. Chance here to allow the bullpen to see if they are ready to go. Right as that mound visit happened, both pitchers for Wilson looked out to the field to see if they'd be getting the call. Now, Jim Leggett just kind of waiting for the home plate umpire to see if he would come out to the mound to break up the conversation, but he wasn't making his way out, so Leggett will make his way back to the dugout. So with runners on first and third, nobody out. That'll bring up Joe Mason, who's 2 for 2 in this game with an RBI. Doubled in the first inning. Had an RBI single in the third inning. That broke the 2-2 tie for Morehead City. Here's the pitch, and the 1-0 will be a called strike on the outer half. So 1 run is already in this frame on the error by the Tobs defensively. And the 1-1 will miss low and away. Started out with the single for Will Johnson. That kind of handcuffed Jacob Nestor at third base, made its way into left field. And then as Hyman laid down the bunt to the third baseman Nestor, he tried to make the barehanded throw. Fazo not able to stop it at first. It went all the way down pretty much to the bullpen of Morehead City. 2-1 pitch here, swung on. That one fell out of play as the runner was off and going at first.
Are you insured?
As that
If
was
not,
Doherty.
call Lori Thomas with Farm Bureau Insurance for all your insurance needs.
So 2-2 on its way. Runners take their leads. Here's the pitch from Farrell. It's swung on a chopper. Frick tossed to second. McGowan the turn. That's not going to be in time. So Morehead City gets a run as scoring from third is Hyman. Tobs will get the out at second. As Doherty is going to be out 6-4.
Now batting, wearing number 35 from UNC Charlotte, Dominic Camarada.
So RBI for Mason, as that'll be his second RBI of the game. So that will bring up the designated hitter, as it'll be Camarada. He swings here, skies that one out to center. Doyle under it, makes the catch, thinking about tagging. There was the runner Mason, but then he makes his way back.
Now batting, wearing number 6 from Southwestern Oklahoma, Alex Pimentel.
So Alex Pimentel will step up to shortstop, 0 for 2 in the game. A ground out to Frick at shortstop, and then hit into an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. Our first here with 2 away. That one is swung on, hit out to right. As Freeman will line it up, he'll make the catch. And that will end the inning. But the Marlins stretch their lead to 3 as they plate 2 here in the top half of the 5th. As we will go to the bottom half, and for the Tobs, it will be the top of their order, as it will be Doyle, Brooks, and Frick. We'll try to cut into this 3-run deficit now. As we take a look here at the Coastal Plain League out-of-town scoreboard. Bottom of the 6th inning, Wilmington with a 3-2 lead against Holly Springs. Bottom of the 4th inning, Asheboro still on top of Forest City, 15-0. Top of the 5th inning, Florence leads Lexington 6-3. Top of the 5th, now a 9-2 lead for Savannah over Macon. Bottom of the 4th inning, Peninsula has stretched their lead over Edenton to 7-3. And High Point Thomasville leads Martinsville 3-0 in the top of the 6th inning. So it looks like we'll have a pitching change here for Morehead City as a new pitcher makes his way out to the mound. As it's going to be number 4, as that looks like it's Garrett Letchworth, a sophomore out of High Point. He will take over for the starter, Gibson Long. So it'll be Letchworth to face the top of the order for the Tobs. Here to start off the bottom of the 5th inning. So while Letchworth goes through his warm-up pitches, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank our exclusive partners of the Wilson Tobs, Thomas Law Attorneys, Greenlight, and Emerge Ortho. Also like to thank French West Vaughan NC by Train and Travel Easy as 1, 2, 3. As the fans trying to get the Tobs back in, a nice crowd on hand here in this Tuesday evening here at historic Fleming Stadium for our second Tobs All-You-Can-Eat Tuesday, courtesy of the Bayou and our Raider on the Bases celebration in conjunction with Wilson County Schools. As the Tobs trail by 3 runs, 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Morehead City. 2 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors for the Tobs.
Up for the Tobs, wearing number 7 from Shepherd University, Brenton Doyle.
So Brenton Doyle will step in to face the new reliever, as it'll be Garrett Letchworth. Doyle 2 for 2 in the game with a pair of singles. Also a stolen base. This one in the dirt. So the final line for the starter Gibson Long goes 4 innings, gives up 2 runs, 2 earned on 5 hits, strikes out 3, walks 1. Pitch here chopped to second. That one's going to eat up the second baseman, and Brenton Doyle is on base. So he'll be on base for the 3rd time in this one.
Now batting, wearing number 5 from Missouri Baptist, Drew Brooks.
So Brenton Doyle has himself a 3-for-3 game. He's already got a 4-for-4 game this year, trying to see if he can match that. That came in the season opener, the exhibition win against Fuquay Varina. So that'll bring up Brooks as he swings and tips the first pitch into the glove of the catcher, Delavy. Brooks in this game 0-for-2, struck out swinging and popped up to Doherty in foul territory over at third. Runners going, pitches swung on though, and Doyle is going to have to think about getting back as the center fielder Hyman has it lined up, and he'll bring it in for the first out. So Brooks gave it a ride, just didn't get it to drop in. And so that'll bring up the shortstop Patrick Frick with 1 away. 0-for-2 in the game is grounded out to first and grounded out to third. Going to try to see if he can get some air under the ball here. Throw over to first to check the runner, Brenton Doyle, who was off and running on that fly ball to center by Brooks. 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. It's a high chopper off the plate. The throw here is going to be in time by the shortstop, Pimentel. That was a nice job there to stay with that one and make the accurate throw. So Doyle will move up to second, but they are 2 away.
Now batting, wearing number 11 from Tennessee Wesleyan, Shamoy Christopher.
So that'll bring up Shamoy Christopher. 1-for-2 in the game with an RBI single, also a fly ball to the left. There with a runner at second. Long look in for the reliever, Letchworth. Started this inning. Here's his pitch, and that one is swung in and missed by Christopher. So for Morehead City, they get 4 innings out of their starter, Gibson Long. Look back to second. The pitch, that one swung on. That's going to be through. They're going to send Doyle around the third. He's going to score. And it's another RBI single for Shamoy Christopher. And a run powered by Greenlight, and it's now 5-3. Thanks to Shamoy Christopher's second RBI single of the night. So nice piece of hitting by Shamoy Christopher. Comes through with a 2-out hit. So now we'll see what Ben Fazo can do, is fly it out to right and lined out to the second baseman. Shamoy Christopher leading off first. Pitch here swung on, a chopper. Pimentel is going to throw to second, and he'll get the lead runner as he gets Shamoy Christopher on the fielder's choice. And so that will end the inning, but the Tobs cut into the Morehead City lead. It's 5-3 as we go to the top of the 6th. As we'll step aside, you're watching Wilson Tobs Baseball here on CPLBaseball.tv.
Chance to give back to the community. It's a special day.
I just had the opportunity to help a mother and her 3 children move into a home.
So Mobile Mini is actually more than just the leader in secure storage and office rentals. We are a community player.
Giving back is one of Mobile Mini's core values. It's something that's ingrained in us.
I take pride in knowing that my efforts in the community is helping to make someone's life better.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snack.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as the Wilson Tobs have made a Farm Bureau Insurance agent, Lori Thomas, called to the bullpen. Agent Lori Thomas always there for you when called upon. As the new pitcher to take over on the mountain for the Tobs will be number 21, Gary Watkins. As Watkins, a junior right-hander out of Missouri Baptist in Big Spring, Texas. As he will take over for the starter, Chris Farrell, who tossed the first 5 innings of this game and yielded 5 runs on 8 hits. Saw his defense commit a pair of errors behind him.
Wearing number 21 from Missouri Baptist, Gary Watkins.
So with Watkins finishing his warm-up pitches, Watkins will make his first official appearance of the season, as we did see him appear in the exhibition game here at historic Fleming Stadium against Catawba Valley. So he will face Sakopoulos, Delavy, and Shadid here in the top half of the 6th inning, 7, 8, 9 batters. First pitch here will miss outside for a ball. Sakopoulos in this game, 1 for 2, a strikeout and a single. That was out at second on a inning 5-4-3 double play started by Nestor. Pitch here swung on, hit to McGowan, gloves it. His throw is in time for the first out. That one goes 4-3. So a good start for Gary Watkins. As that will bring up the catcher, Bryce Delavy. 1 for 2 in the game.
Number 14 from Columbus State, Bryce Delavy.
So Delavy singled in the 2nd inning, was left at first, and then flied out to left field in the 4th inning. This one in the dirt. From why Christopher was able to scoop that one up. Watkins delivers, and this one eluded Christopher on the inner half of the plate. Christopher now will go through the signs here. Behind the count, 2 balls and no strikes. And now the count is going to go to 3-0. As Bryce Delavy finds himself in a good hitter's count here. Trying to become a 1-out base runner. Watkins sets down the mound and delivers, and that one is going to miss for ball 4. So 4 straight pitches, miss outside of the zone to the catcher Delavy, and he's a 1-out base runner. As that'll bring up the second baseman. As it'll be Luke Shadid.
Batting, wearing number 10 from Bradley University, Luke Shadid.
So see if the Tobs can maybe turn 2 again here to get out of the inning. As they turned a 5-4-3 to a play last time, the Marlins second baseman was up. He takes a call, strike number 1. 0 for 2 in the game, a strikeout swing, and then the double play. As Delavy leads off of first. Long look here by Watkins. There's the pitch, and that one is swung in and missed. Nice job there by Watkins. changing up the angle on that one. We worked there in the top half of the sixth inning, a 5-3 lead for Morehead City. It was a 5-2 advantage before Shamoy Christopher delivered his second RBI single of the game to trim it to 5-3. 0-2 pitch is swung on. That one immediately with a Frick. Can he make the throw? No. He's actually going to throw it out into right field, and both runners are going to move up here. As Frick made the nice stab play there. So a tough play there for Frick as he made the nice play to stop the baseball, but then kind of got caught up in between throwing from the seat of his pants and trying to get up and just lobbed it over McGowan's head and then went into right field. So now runners at second and third for the Marlins. Back to the top of the order for Will Johnson, who shows bunt. He pops it up. Can Watkins catch it? He does. Nice job there by Gary Watkins fielding his position as he gets the pop-up from Johnson for the second out.
Now batting, wearing number 5 from Newberry College, Danton Hyman.
So that'll bring up Danton Hyman with 2 away. Hyman in this game has been on base twice. Takes the called strike here as he is grounded into a double play, singled, and has also reached on a E5, has scored a pair of runs, scored in the third and the fifth innings. Bats here with a pair of runners in scoring position. Watkins 0-1 pitch, going to miss up and away. As it's Delavy at third, and then she needs second after the walk, and then the fielder's choice to the batter, and then the E6 on the throw from Frick trying to get the runner Delavy at second. Here's the 1-1, and that one going to miss outside. They tried to frame the outside corner. So now 3 errors in the game for the Tobs after they committed 4 last night against Edenton. 2-1 pitch is swung at and missed. Not able to catch up with that one was Hyman. And so the count now even, 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Runners both lead off. Here's the 2-2, and that one fouled back, just getting a piece of it was Hyman. So 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Morehead City in this one. 3 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors for the Tobs. Watkins gets the signs. The pitch is swung on a chopper. Going to be a tough play for McGowan. He's going to have no play. He was sitting back on it because he thought maybe Watkins was going to be able to get to it as he had tried to go for it. And so that'll be an RBI single for Hyman as it doesn't leave the infield. And so that'll play the runner Delavy from third, and it allows Shade to move over to third. So second hit of the game for Hyman. It's now a 6-3 lead for Brendan Doherty. Steps into left-handed batter's box. Throw down to second by Shamoy Christopher. Now they've got the runner going back. Now the throw's going to come home. Did they get the runner? And they say he's out. So they get the runner at the plate. Even though they probably could have had the runner caught up between first and second. And so that will end the inning on the nice play there after the throw by Shamoy Christopher. as Frick throws it home to get the runner Shadid. As we will go here to the bottom of the 6th inning, a 6-3 lead for the Morehead City Marlins. As it looks like they may have some defensive switches. As it looks like they will be bringing a new pitcher at least into the game. As head coach Jesse Lancaster has made his way out of the dugout. So while we have the chance, fans don't forget that one of our exclusive partners, Thomas Law Attorney, entering their 22nd season as a sponsor of the Wilson Tobs, one of the original sponsors, and they have made things possible not only here for the Wilson Tobs but in the community of Wilson. Also, we'd like to send a shout out to NC by Train. As get ready to hit the trails this summer with NC by Train. Hop on board at 12 stations from Charlotte to Raleigh and skip the hassle of parking and traffic while enjoying Wi-Fi, outlets to charge your devices, and spacious seating. Book your travel today by visiting ncbytrain.org. That's ncbytrain.org. Go Connect. So a new pitcher in here, as it looks like it'll be number 12. So it appears that it'll be Hunter Shepard, who's a left-hander out of Catawba, 6'3".
Leading off the top, we're number 10 from LaSalle University.
So
Kevin
Hunter Shepard,
McGowan.
he'll be the third pitcher of the game for the Marlins, taking over for Letchworth. As he will face McGowan, Nestor, and Freeman. First pitch is going to be swung on, fouled back, and out of play for McGowan. He's 1 for 2 in the game, a single, and a ground out. Has also scored a run. That was on the RBI single by Tucker. Oh, 1 on its way. And that one right down the heart of the plate as McGowan took it the whole way and shook his head, but that one was indeed a strike. There's the 0-2, and that one was in on the hands of McGowan. He fouled it back and out of play.
Are you insured? If not, then call Vincent Lively with Farm Bureau Insurance for all your insurance needs.
So it was Gibson Long who started this game. Then the Marlins turning it over to Letchworth, and now Shepard, who gets a strikeout of McGowan here to start off the inning. So that will bring up Jacob Nestor, a fellow Catawba College Indian.
Number 6 from Catawba College, Jacob Nestor.
So a Catawba matchup here between Shepard and Nestor. See who wins the battle. Where the base is empty and 1 away. Here's the first pitch. That one swung on. Hit down the right field line. This one's going to drop. Nobody gets to it. Nestor in this game is grounded out to first. Also worked a walk and then stole a base. Nestor getting ready to step back in, look down to his head coach, Brian Hill, on the third baseline to see if he'd get any signs. Didn't. Steps back in. Here's the 0-1. That one swung on. That will be a single into right field as that was off the handle of the bat. Just an inside-out swing there from Jacob Nestor, who gets a hit against his teammate from Catawba College. And that's a one-out base runner.
Wearing number 13 from East Stroudsburg, Carson Freeman.
So we'll see here what Carson Freeman can do for 2 in the game. A strikeout and a pop-up to the third baseman Doherty in foul territory. The left-hander, Shepard, look right over at Nestor. Delivers the pitch home that misses for a ball. Starter Gibson Long went 4. Letchworth tossing 1. Pitch here is going to be looked at for a strike by Freeman. Tobs trail 6-3 after they had cut the deficit to 5-3 with a run scoring in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Pitch here, skied in the air. The catcher, Delvey, will give it a look, but that one will be out of play. So the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes.
Cinco call Omar Gonzalez with Farm Bureau Insurance for all your insurance.
So Antoine Tucker in the on-deck circle for the Tobs. One-two pitch on its way from Shepard, and that one is going to miss. The catcher, Delvey, was waiting for the umpire to bring up Freeman, but would not hear the call. So we're even here, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Leading over first is Nestor. Here's the pitch, and that one just misses now on the outer half. Jesse Lancaster quickly out of the dugout to question the home plate umpire. So the count now full 3-2. Tobs have had a base runner on in each of the innings except the third when it was a 1-2-3 inning work by Gibson Long. Pitch here, going to miss up and in. And it's 3 straight pitches outside of the strike zone, and Freeman is on base for the first time tonight. He works a 1-out walk.
Now batting, wearing number 24 from Longwood University, Antoine Tucker.
So that'll bring up Antoine Tucker, who's 1 for 2 on the night, an RBI single back in the second inning, struck out looking in the fourth. As his RBI single in the second knotted the score 2-2 at the time. So Morehead City regained a 3-2 lead with a run scoring in the top of the third. And the pitch here swung on and missed a full swing from Antoine Tucker. One away here in the inning, a pair of runners on base for the Tobs. Here's the pitch, and that one just above the knees as Tucker couldn't pull the trigger. So the count 0-2. He'll have to try to work from behind the count. 2 runners take their leads here from first and second. Tucker waiting at the plate. Hunter Shepard trying to record the second out. Here's his 0-2 pitch, and that one's going to miss. As Delvey was up and out of the catcher's stance quickly. For Hunter Shepard, the left-hander out of Catawba. Recorded 5 wins for the Indians this year. Here's his 1-2. That one swung on, hit down the right field line. If it drops, it's fair, but it won't. As it goes, just foul. Runners will have to make their way back. As there was a good break there for Carson Freeman. He was already halfway to third base. So a good chance there that could have at least gotten him to third. Maybe Brian Hill would look to try to score him, but we won't have to worry about that scenario. We'll get another 1-2 here at the plate to Antoine Tucker. Shepard sets on the mound. Looks back. So Shepard picking up the step off and look back from the starter, Gibson Long. We saw him do that a couple times tonight in his start. A strikeout, a walk, and a single in the inning for the Tobs. Pitch here swung on and missed. Throw down the left field line. That's going to score 1. Heading for third is Freeman. They're going to have to hold him there. But the Tobs will get a run as that run powered by Greenlight. On the errant throw by the catcher, Delvey. As the strikeout of Tucker was recorded, and then both runners were off and going. So a stolen base and then an E2 on the throw from Delvey. Will allow the Tobs to get their 4th run of the game. as they have cut the deficit to 6-4. So that'll bring up Brenton Doyle after Jesse Lancaster came out to talk about something with the home plate umpire. Thought maybe better interference potentially, but nonetheless, the Tobs get their 4th run of the game. Now trail by 2. Brenton Doyle 3 for 3 in the game. All singles. Faces Shepard. And he takes a called strike 1. Singled, stole a base, scored a run in the first inning. Singled in the second, and then greeted Letchworth into the game in the 5th with a single. See what he can do here against Shepard. Pitch here, and he fouled back. So the count here will be 0-2. With 2 away in the inning. There's the pitch. That one misses up and in as Doyle has to back off. So the count now 1-2. Leading off third is Carson Freeman. There's the pitch. And that one's going to miss as the Marlins wanted strike 3 called there. So the count even now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Freeman leads off third. Shepard delivers the 2-2, and that one's going to miss in the count now full 3-2. So big at bat here for Brenton Doyle with the count full 3 balls and 2 strikes. The left-hander, Shepard, gets set to deal to the right-hander Doyle. The 3-2 pitch is swung on and fouled back and out of play on the first base side.
Are you insured? If not, call Paula Webb with Farm Bureau Insurance.
As the Tobs getting their 4th run of the game, their first of the inning after the double steal. Nestor going to third and coming home on the throw here by the catcher Delavy that went down the left field line. We'll have another 3-2 pitch upcoming. Shepard delivers. That one swung on into left field. 6-5, the RBI single, Brenton Doyle. He's got a 4-for-4 game. Another run powered by Greenlight, and the Tobs are within 1. And what a gem that Shepherd University has found in Brenton Doyle. A Division II All-American by Rawlings. And he just does nothing but hit for the Tobs. A 2-run home run last night against Edenton. A 4-for-4 effort here tonight. Picks up his first RBI of the game. And now that's going to draw him conference on the mound here as Jesse Lancaster makes his way out. As Freeman was able to score. We also have to credit Carson Freeman. He went first to third on that throwing error down the left field line. So we'll see now what Drew Brooks can do. And boy, he could use a big hit to break his 0-for-3 start to this game. After that RBI single and another run powered by a green light for the Tobs, it's now 6-5. First pitch here by Brooks, swung on and missed. He struck out, popped up to third and foul territory. Was flied out to center. And now the 0-1 miss outside. Fans starting to try to get into here, rally the Tobs offensively, but they've got Doyle at first. He does have speed. The pitch, that's in there for a called strike 2. Drew Brooks couldn't pull the trigger. So both teams now with 9 hits in the game. Brenton Doyle with 4 of those for the Tobs. Here's the 1-2. That's a bouncer in the dirt, but Brenton Doyle couldn't make the move to second. As Delavy didn't let it get far enough away from him. 2-2 pitch. Runners going. The pitch is swung on. Hit out to center. Will that one drop? But it's going to be caught. Hyman was all sorts of out of rhythm there, but he was able to make the catch. As the Tobs, though, cut the deficit to 1 run as they plate a pair of runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and they trail 6-5 as we head to the top of the 7th here at historic Fleming Stadium as you're watching Wilson Tobs baseball here on CPLBaseball.tv.
So what makes the most secure choice for portable storage? It's our all-steel construction, patented tri-cam locking system, and container guard locks that come together to provide the most secure portable storage solution in the business. Our standard containers combine exceptional security with excellent value, utilizing exterior locking bars for access and may require an extra hand. This system is ideal for construction situations where access is infrequent. For even greater ease and convenience, our premium container delivers Mobile Mini's superior security with our easy access design. Doors easily open with one hand, making it ideal for frequent retail or commercial use. Whichever way you go, you can't go wrong. Locking in the superior quality, security, and convenience of Mobile Mini.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snacks.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you as we get set for the top half of the 7th inning. Give you a look here at the Coastal Plain League out of town scoreboard. As taking a look around the games, top of the 9th inning, 3-2 lead for the Wilmington Sharks over the Holly Springs Salamanders. Bottom of the 6th inning, Asheboro a 15-1 lead over Forest City. Bottom of the 6th inning, Florence has opened up an 11-3 lead against Lexington County. Top of the 6th inning, Savannah 9-3 lead over Macon. Top of the 7th, the 9-3 lead as well for Peninsula over Edenton. And then top of the 9th inning, High Point Thomasville has a 3-0 lead against the Martinsville Mustangs. As we are set to go here in the top of the 7th inning. First 2 pitches going to miss outside of the zone. To get things going here to the batter, Brendan Doherty, who is at the plate when the Tobs recorded the 3rd out at home, as they tried to see if they could get the runner, Hyman, who thought he was going to try to steal second, an accurate throw by Chamoy Christopher, and then the shortstop Patrick Frick throwing home, and they were able to get the runner at the plate. 2-1 pitch here. That one doesn't break. It stays away in the count. Now 3-1. Gary Watkins back out for the Tobs. Tobs just used 2 pitchers thus far. Pitch here swung on, but that'll be foul down the left field line over towards the Tobs bullpen. Doherty in this game has been on base all 3 times, has walked twice, also reached on the fielder's choice and scored a run. So 6 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Marlins. 5 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors for the Tobs. Righty-lefty matchup. The 3-2 pitch swung on a miss, strike 3. So another Edward Jones, Chris Collins strikeout for the first out here in the top of the 7th.
Edward Jones, Chris Collins.
So that will bring up Joe Mason. Mason in this game, a pair of RBIs, also a pair of hits, a double, and a single, has scored 1 run. Here's the pitch, that one inside. Spinning out of the way was Mason.
From Pitt Community College, Joe.
So they count
Mason.
1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one swung on. A hot shot to second. McGowan gloves it. Can he make the throw? Indeed he does. 4-3. Roll the highlight reel for Kevin McGowan. And there are 2 away. Nice play for the second baseman from LaSalle, Kevin McGowan.
Now batting, wearing number 35 from UNC Charlotte, Dominic Cameretta.
So that'll bring up Dominic Cameretta, the designated hitter. 1 for 3 in the game with a pair of RBIs. Had the 2 RBI single back in the first, since then has struck out and flied out to center. Here's the offering from Watkins. That one is swung on, and that one will be into the netting. Right over towards the on-deck batter in Pimentel, and then it finds its way back towards the field. All good. Count 0-1. Christopher goes through the signs. There's the offering from Watkins. That one's going to drop right in there for a called strike. That one fell right off the kitchen table. So the count 0-2. Watkins trying to get out of the top of the 7th. Fans ready to stretch here at Fleming Stadium. There's the 0-2, and that one is swung in the dirt. Christopher going to have to finish it off. Is thrown under first in time. 1, 2, 3, top of the 7th. It's time to stretch here at historic Fleming Stadium. Tobs trail 6-5. We'll turn up the sounds, and we'll let you stretch with the fans here in Wilson, North Carolina.
We're going to sing the 7th-inning stretch. Stretch those legs. Who wants to get the Mason's gift card?
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snack.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as the Tobs trying to see if they can complete the comeback here in the bottom of the 7th. They trail 6-5. They've scored 3 runs over the last 2 innings. And it'll be Patrick Frick to lead things off. He's 0 for 3 in the game, going to try to turn things around. So Shepard back out for the Marlins as he'll work his second inning of relief after giving up the 2 in the bottom of the 6th, and he tosses this one up and away. So it'll be Frick, Christopher, and Fazo, the 3, 4, and 5 batters. There's this one going to be a called strikeout in the inner half of the plate. Tobs would love to see Patrick Frick get his bat going. We've seen him be able to flash the leather and handle himself out at shortstop. Trying to get the offensive side of things going as he fouls this one out of play over on the first base side. Frick was a freshman this year at Wake Forest, or a sophomore, at Wake Forest. Did see a lot of playing time, though, for Wake Forest. Trying to keep things going here. And the Coastal Plain League, the 1-2 pitch is swung on, but right at the second baseman. So Frick stung it, but couldn't find an opening, and there's one away.
Wearing number 11 from Tennessee. USC Wesleyan, Shamoy Christopher.
So that'll bring up Shamoy Christopher. Christopher in this game is 2 for 3 with a pair of RBIs. RBI single in the first, RBI single in the fifth. Here's the offering from Shepard, and that one is going to miss. And again, Jesse Lancaster not happy down in the dugout for Morehead City. Thought that should have been a strike one. Pitch here going to miss over in the left-handed batter's box. Getting close to passing along some final scores to you is Wilmington and Holly Springs in the bottom of the ninth inning. Also, High Point Thomasville and Martinsville in the top of the ninth as High Point Thomasville has added a run to take a 4-0 lead. Shamoy Christopher here following the pitch out of play, first base side. So the count now 2 balls and a strike, 1 away in the inning. Then Fazo in the on-deck circle. The offering here going to be in the dirt. Good take there by Shamoy Christopher. Tobs trail 6-5. As they had 1 run in the fifth, 2 in the sixth. 3-1 pitch is going to be up and away, ball 4, and Shamoy Christopher is on base for the 3rd time tonight, his first walk.
Now batting, wearing number 19 from LaSalle University, Ben Fazo.
So Ben Fazo will step up at first. We will have a visit to the mound here for Jesse Lancaster as he makes his way out. He'll have a chance. There is a pitcher throwing down in the Morehead City bullpen. That pitcher starting to make his way towards the field. Even some of the players coming out of the dugout for the Marlins. We'll see if this is a delayed change, even though the pitcher's not making any tosses, and there's the call. So we will get a pitching change here with a runner on and 1 away in the bottom of the 7th inning. As we'll see who it is coming in from right field. Fans, if you haven't been out to a Tobs game yet here in 2018, well, you've got 3 chances here upcoming. It's Thursday, June 7th. The Tobs host Edenton at 7 p.m. Second Throwback Thirsty Thursday of the season, along with our Schools Out summer kickoff swing for the Fences celebration. Kids under 12 get free admission into the game. Older students will get a discounted ticket. Sunday, June 10th, the Holly Springs Salamanders come into town, as it'll be Bang for Your Buck Sunday, Bark in the Park, and Faith and Family Night. And then on Tuesday, June 12th, the Wilmington Sharks make their first appearance here of the season at Historic Fleming Stadium, as it'll be Tobs All-You-Can-Eat Tuesday, our 3rd of the season. So it'll be a right-hander that comes in from the bullpen for Morehead City. So it'll be number 29, as it'll be Dawson Mosier. So Mosier, a senior out of Arkansas Monticello, 6'2", has exhausted his NCAA eligibility. As he will go through the warm-up pitches, so he will be the 4th pitcher of the night for Morehead City. As he will take over to face Wilson first baseman Ben Fazo. So you look here at some of the lines thus far for Marlins pitching tonight in this one. As their starter, Sawyer Gibson Long, went 4 innings. Garrett Letchworth came in, tossed an inning, and then Hunter Shepard goes an inning and a third. Responsible for Shamoy Christopher at first base, as Mosier will be tasked with trying to navigate through the final 2 outs of this bottom of the 7th inning. As the Tobs with 9 hits in this one, as do the Morehead City Marlins. So we are set to go. Ready matchup between Mosier and Fazo. The pitch right down Broadway for a called strike one. Fazo on the night 0 for 3. Has flied out to right, lined out to second, and then grounded into a fielder's choice. Christopher, the runner over at first. Not a very big lead for him. Now it takes a little bit of an extra lead. Mosier just holding. Fazo finally going to call time. Watching paint dry there. Just waiting for something to break, and finally Fazo asked for time. Probably could have painted Mona Lisa there while they were waiting for that one. So the count 0-1. Shmoy Christopher at first. Here's the pitch. That one's a chopper. Could be two. A flip behind the back of the turn. Not going to be in time as the Marlins try to flash the leather. As the shortstop Pimentel goes behind his back for the out at second, and then the stretch by Sakopoulos at first. Not enough as Fazo will reach base.
From LaSalle University, Kevin McGowan.
So the runner at first, and now 2 away. Kevin McGowan will step up. 1 for 3 in the game. A single, a ground out, and a strikeout swinging. A single came back to lead off the second. Also scored on the single by Tucker. Strike called here. So the only inning in this game where the Tobs have failed to get a base runner on was the third inning. It was a 1-2-3 frame for Gibson Long. One pitch coming here from Mosier. And the offering is swung on, skied in the air, going back for the left fielder Mason. Still going back, still going back. Does he come up with it? He does. Right at the beginning of the warning track, he didn't make it look easy. But he will end the inning as the Tobs will leave a runner on base. As we've played 7 full here at historic Fleming Stadium. And the Marlins have a 6-5 lead. You're watching Wilson Tobs Baseball here on CBLBaseball.tv.
Go. Brittany.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snacks.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Page along with you here is Gary Watkins back out for the Tobs. As both teams unable to plate a run in the 7th inning, we go to the top of the 8th. And the Morehead City Marlins with a 6-5 lead. As for the Marlins, they will have their 6, 7, and 8 batters. As it'll be Pimentel, Sakopoulos, and Delavie. So Pimentel in this game 0 for 3. Steps in to get things going. As the pitcher is in there for a called strike. Watkins working a 1-2-3 7th inning with a pair of strikeouts. Also got a ground ball from Joe Mason. Pimentel hit a fly ball to Freeman in right field as last time up that end of the 5th inning. Pitch here inside, but misses low. So the count evens up. For the Marlins, they plated 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 2 in the 5th, and 1 in the 6th. They went scoreless in the 2nd, 4th, and 7th. 1-1 pitch. Swung on. That's a golf shot. Freeman ranging. Can't come up with it in right. Thought maybe he was going to leave the feet and go to the slide, but that will be a leadoff single. 10th hit of the ball game for the Marlins. First of the night for Pimentel.
Now batting, wearing number 11 from the College of Charleston, R.A. Sakopoulos.
So that'll bring up the first baseman, Sakopoulos. 1 for 3 in the game. A strikeout, a single, and a ground ball in the second. Tobs wouldn't mind turning a double play here. They've turned 3 already in the game. Pitch here is going to be in there for a called strike. They turned a 6-4-3 double play in the first inning, a 6-4-3 double play in the third inning, and then a 5-4-3 double play in the fourth inning. 2 of those double plays ending their respective innings. 0-1 pitch here from Watkins is swung on. This is another bleeder. Is this one going to fall? No, Brent Doyle says thou shalt not pass. Makes the catch out in center. And there's one away.
Now
So that'll bring up the catcher, Bryce Delavy.
Bryce Delavy.
So Delavy in this game is 1 for 2. Is singled, flied out to left, and walked. Also scored a run. Waits the first pitch here from Gary Watkins. There's the offering, is fouled back. There's Delavy almost taking that one right out of the glove of Shamoy Christopher before making contact. 1 away here at the top of the 8th inning. A runner on first for Morehead City. Look over the shoulder from Watkins. Pretty good lead at first. Pitch here inside. Just misses the left elbow of Delavy. As Pimentel with some good speed on the base pass for the Marlins. Here's the pitch. That one swung on a chopper. That's going to be past the shortstop Frick. As he can get to it, and the runners will hold it first and second. 11th hit of the ball game for the Marlins. Second hit of the game for Delavy, and that'll bring up the number 9 batter. As it'll be the second baseman, Luke Shadid.
Wearing number 10 from Bradley University, Luke Shadid.
Give you a couple updates here from around the Coastal Plain League. Free baseball in Holly Springs as the Salamanders tie up the game at the bottom of the 9th inning as they go 3-3 to the top of the 10th. Also a final as High Point Thomasville picks up a 4-0 shutout of Martinsville. Pitch here is going to miss inside for a ball to the number 9 batter. Also top of the 8th inning. Ashboro has added a run to their lead. They lead 16-1 against Forest City. And Florence leads 11-4 in the bottom of the 7th against Lexington County. 1-0 pitch on its way here from Watkins. That one swung on. That's into center. They're going to send the runner. Here comes the throw, and the runner's going to make a smart decision and go back to third on that laser from Brenton Doyle. But now the bases are loaded with 1 away. 3 singles in the inning for Morehead City. And it might be wise here for a call to the bullpen.
Now batting, wearing number 25 from Eastern Kentucky, Bill Johnson.
So Pimentel stops at third after being waved around, heads back. Delavy is at second. And the batter is Will Johnson, who's got 2 hits in this game. Looking for his first RBI and a really good opportunity to do so here. There's the pitch from Watkins. That one swung on, skied in the air. Frick trying to find it out short. He does. Watches it into the glove, and the runners have to hold. And there's 2 outs. So that brings up Danton Hyman.
Now that 5 from Newberry College, Danton Hyman.
So Hyman will step in. He's got 2 hits in the game. An RBI single in the 6th, also a single in the 3rd. Has reached on an error and scored and grounded into a double play. First pitch here from Watkins is going to catch the inside corner for a called strike. So the runners lead at all 3 bases here for the Marlins in the top of the 8th inning. Gary Watkins delivers the 0-1. That one's going to miss off the outer half. So we're all even at a ball and a strike. Marlins holding on to a 6-5 lead, looking to try to add some insurance. Gary Watkins trying to deny them any insurance. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one swung and missed, and Shamoy Christopher able to flash the leather. Keeps it from getting by him, and the count now a ball and 2 strikes. So we'll see what Shamoy Christopher decides to do here. Ahead in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Gary Watkins sets down the mound. Here's the pitch. That one's lined into left field. Down the line, this could be trouble, and that's going to be fair. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. Here's a throw to third. And that's going to be a 2-out, 2 RBI double on a 1-2 pitch off of the bat of Danton Hyman, his 3rd hit of the game. And that is going to open the lead back up to 8-5 for Morehead City. Their 4th hit of the inning. And Gary Watkins just not able to get out of the inning as head coach Brian Hill will make his walk out to the mound, and he will make the motion to the bullpen. And so Hyman, with his 3rd hit of the game, plates a pair as Pimentel scores from 3rd and Delavy scores from 2nd. And then all the way from 1st, Shadida will go over to 3rd. And so with that, we will have a call to the bullpen as Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Lori Thomas making the call. Agent Lori Thomas always there for you when called upon. There's the new pitcher for the Tobs.
Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Lori Thomas.
Looks like it will be.
Lori Thomas is always there for you when you call upon her.
It'll be Gallagher.
Now pitching for the Tobs, wearing number 30.
So number 30, Jared Gallagher, a junior out of Central Connecticut State. He'll try to get the Tobs out of this inning as the Marlins have plated 2. On the 2-out double from Hyman, the 4th hit of the inning for the Marlins. They've now got 13 in the game. And what was a 1-run deficit for the Tobs is now back to 3. As for Jared Gallagher, this will be his 2nd appearance of the season. Has worked an inning. Struck out 2 batters, didn't yield any runs. And head coach Brian Hill will look for the same here. Facing the 3rd baseman, Brendan Doherty, who has not picked up a hit tonight but has been on base 3 times. So it'll be a lefty-lefty matchup with a pair of runners in scoring position. Shamoy Christopher will go through the signs. Here's the pitch. That one swung on, hit out to left. Antoine Tucker ranges under it, and wouldn't you know, 1 pitch too late. The Tobs get out of the inning, but not before Morehead City tacks 2 more to up their lead to 3 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. So the Marlins send 7 batters to the plate, and the top of the 8th, and they yield 2 runs.
7-8-8. If your ticket is the winner, meet us at
As for the Tobs, Gallagher was the third pitcher of the game to make an appearance. So now we'll see what the Tobs offense can do here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Get you a look at some more scores here. As in the top of the 10th inning, Wilmington has quickly plated 3 runs to break that 3-3 tie in extra innings. Bottom of the 8th inning, Ashboro still with their big lead over Forest City. Top of the 8th inning, Florence holding their 11-4 lead against Lexington County. Top of the 8th inning, Peninsula has opened up an 11-4 lead of their own against Edenton. Bottom of the 7th, Savannah on top of Macon 9-3, and then one final as High Point Thomasville picked up a 4-0 win against Martinsville. As for the Tobs here in the bottom of the 8th, it'll be Nestor, Freeman, and Tucker. Trying to see if they can rally again here to cut into the Morehead City lead. As fans, if you're interested in bringing a group out to the game, contact Louis DeCarellis to set up your group night. And to find out more information on group packages, be sure to call the Tobs front office. Also, if you're interested in bringing your Little League team out to the ballpark for a Field of Dreams night, contact Louis for more information. Our Field of Dreams teams brought to you by Emergent Ortho and the Wilson Trophy House and Karate Center. As if you'd like to call the Tobs front office, you can reach them at 252-291-8627. Again, 252-291-TOBS. As Jacob Nestor will step in to get things going here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And he will do so against Mosier. Pitch here, miss low and away. Nestor in this game is 1 for 2, ground out to first, a walk, a single to start off, a 1-out single in the 6th inning. Then came around to score on the stolen base, and then the throwing error by the catcher, Delavie. As a pitch here will make its way past the catcher. Nestor awaiting the set here by Dawson Mosier. And this one will miss up and in. So the count now 2 balls and a strike. As the Tobs and Marlins will square off tomorrow night in Morehead City. 7:05 p.m. first pitch between the two. 2-1 pitch here. There's a called strike on the lower portion of the strike zone. As Nestor spins away but quickly gets back in. Carson Freeman in the on-deck circle. Nestor looking to kick things off here for the Tobs in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the 2-2. That one misses up in the zone. So the count goes full 3-2. Tobs 5 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors in this one for Morehead City. 8 runs, 13 hits, and 1 error. Picked up 4 of those hits in the 8th inning alone. And added 2 insurance runs on the double by Dan Hyman. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That one fouled back into the netting. And we'll do it again here for Nestor. Fans, when you're facing a challenging legal issue, you need a law firm with the experience, knowledge, and skill to effectively handle the situation. Be sure to give Thomas Law a call for all of your attorney representation needs. Another 3-2 pitch upcoming here for Dawson Mosier. Nestor ready at the plate. The payoff pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. So a strikeout for Mosier to start off the bottom of the 8th inning.
Now batting, wearing number 13 from East number, Carson Freeman.
So that'll bring up Carson Freeman. Freeman in this game has been on base once. He's 0 for 2. He struck out swinging, popped up to third base in foul territory and walked, and then scored a run on the RBI single by Doyle in the 6th inning. That at the time cut the Tobs deficit to 6-5. It's now 8-5. Pitch here right in there for a called strike. Antoine Tucker in the on-deck circle. Tobs in this one have left 7 runners on base, so they can't complain about the opportunities that they've had. Pitch here is swung on and missed. The fastball, no match there for Freeman. So he's behind the count 0-2. Mosier will get set here. Working to his catcher, Delavie. 4th pitcher of the night for Morehead City. Here's the offering, and the pitch is going to miss up and away. Good take there by Carson Freeman. And we'd like to thank our game sponsors for tonight. DeBayou of Wilson. Also, State Farm Insurance Agent, Jana Lake. And Sweetwater Brewing Company. 1-2 pitch from Mosier, way up and away. And the count evens up 2-2. Tobs here tonight after a night ago of being struck out 16 times by opposing pitching. And struck out just 6 times tonight. Also have worked 3 walks. 2-2 pitch here from Mosier is going to be off of the glove of the catcher, Delavie, and the count is full. So another payoff pitch coming here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Looking ahead to the top of the 9th for Morehead City, they will have their 4, 5, and 6 batters, Mason, Camerata, and Pimentel. As Mason and Camerata were the only 2 that didn't bat in the 8th inning for the Marlins. 3-2 pitch here is on its way, and that one is swung on and missed. So a good start here to the inning for Mosier as back-to-back strikeouts have 2 away. As the chances starting to dwindle here for the Tobs, working late in this one. So that'll bring up Antoine Tucker. 1 for 3 in the game, has struck out twice though. RBI single back in the 2nd inning. Struck out looking in the 4th, swinging in the 6th. That came with a runner on first after the single. First pitch here is going to be a called strike. Delavie goes through the signs here. Mosier delivers the 0-1, and that one is going to be low. Good eye for Antoine Tucker. In Holly Springs, they head to the bottom of the 10th inning. Wilmington, a 6-3 lead. Trying to hold off another comeback by the Salamanders. Top of the 9th, Asheboro on top of Forest City, 17-1. Florence and Lexington go to the bottom of the 8th. Florence on top, 11-4. 1-1 pitch is going to miss for a ball. Bottom of the 7th inning, Savannah on top of Macon, 9-3. Peninsula holds their 11-4 lead against Edenton in the bottom of the 8th. And then earlier tonight, High Point Thomasville picking up the 4-0 win against Martinsville. Again, if you'd like to look at the composite calendar of all the games taking place on a nightly basis in the Coastal Plain League, be sure to head to coastalplain.com. As a 2-1 pitch here, fouled back and out of play. There's a really great feature this year. The Coastal Plain League inking a website and live stats agreement with Presto Sports. So you're able to follow along with live stats for all the game. Also able to follow along with live video. The league also inking a contract with Stretch Internet to provide live video coverage of all home CPL games here in 2018. 2-2 pitch on its way from Mosier. That one is going to be lined into left field as it's over the head of Pimentel. And so Antoine Tucker with his second hit of the night. He keeps the inning alive.
Now batting, wearing number 7.
So top of the order and a chance for Brenton Doyle to keep his great night going. He's 4 for 4 with 4 singles and an RBI. Going to see if he can pick up his 5th hit of the game. As he's recorded hits against 3 different Morehead State pitchers here tonight. See if he can make it all 4 pitchers that he's tallied a hit against. Pitch here is going to be a called strike. As he picked up 2 hits against Gibson Long, and then picked up a hit in the 5th inning against Letchworth, and then had the RBI single against Shepherd in the 6th inning. Didn't get a chance to face Mosier in the 7th. So the count 0-1. Tucker leads at first. Here's the 0-1. Tucker's going. Pitch is swung on, but fouled out of play. Over top of the beer garden, so Antoine Tucker will have to make his way back. Count goes to 0-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So the Tobs on the road tomorrow night, back home on Thursday night against Edenton before hitting the road for a pair of games on Friday and Saturday against Martinsville and High Point Thomasville. Mosier gets set to deliver the 0-2 pitch to his catcher, Delavy. Holding, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3 as Doyle didn't ask for time and just let Mosier fire away. So Mosier strikes out 3 in the inning and works around the 2-out single from Antoine Tucker. So that breaks up the perfect night for Brenton Doyle. And we will head to the top of the 9th inning, an 8-5 lead for Morehead City as you're watching Wilson Tobs Baseball here on CPLBaseball.tv.
Whenever you have a chance to give back to the community, it's a special day.
I just had the opportunity to help a mother and her 3 children move into a home.
So Mobile Mini is actually more than just the leader in secure storage and office rentals. We are a community player.
Giving back is one of Mobile Mini's core values. It's something that's ingrained in us.
I take pride in knowing that my efforts in the community is helping to make someone's life better.
Marlins, wearing number 18 from Pitt Community College, Joe Mason.
And Joe Mason will step in to get things going as he has a pair of hits on the night. Also a pair of RBIs, a double, a single. Range base on a fielder's choice and is also grounded out to second as he takes a called strike 1 here from Jared Gallagher. As Gallagher will work his first full inning of relief after he needed just 1 pitch to get a fly ball to left from Brendan Doherty to end the 8th after the 2-out, 2 RBI double from Danton Hyman, who put Morehead City to their current 8-5 lead. So it'll be Mason, Camerata, and Pimentel barring any pinch hitters. There's this one going to miss, so the count now 2 balls and a strike. Schmoy Christopher will go through the signs. Here's the offering from the lefty Gallagher, and that one is going to miss off the outer half of the plate, so they count now 3-1. A couple of games now have entered the top of the 9th inning. Edenton and Peninsula in the top of the 9th. Forest City and Ashboro in the top of the ninth, as well as Florence and Lexington County, along with our game here at historic Fleming Stadium. 3-2 pitch on its way from Gallagher. Swung on. That's going to be a hit into left field. Doyle trying to track it down, and he is going to limit that one to a single. A great play there from Brenton Doyle out in center. But it is a leadoff single from Joe Mason, his third hit of the night.
Now batting, wearing number 35 from UNC Charlotte, Dominic Camerata.
So for Joe Mason, his second consecutive 3-hit game after he had a 3-for-5 effort against Holly Springs on Sunday. He leads off at first, and Dominic Camerata steps in. He swings the first pitch, follows that one into the beer garden. Fan tried to come up with a catch, but couldn't do so. Camerata in the game tonight has picked up one hit. That was a big 2 RBI single all the way back in the first inning. Since then, has struck out twice and flied out to center. As that 2 RBI single came against Wilson starter Chris Farrell. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one is popped back and out of play. So the count quickly 0-2. Nobody out here in the top of the ninth. So the 0-2 count upcoming. Shmoy Christopher goes through the signs. Here's the pitch. And that one going to miss inside. No swing there. Alex Pimentel in the on-deck circle for the Marlins. Look over at first. A little fake there from the runner Mason. Now the pitch is going to be chopped foul. Just getting a piece of it. There's Camerata. Over in the Ashboro game, they're out to the big 17-1 lead against Forest City. Caleb Webster is 5 for 5 for the Copperheads in their game after picking up a double down the right field line. And now they got the runner maybe picked off. Faisal, the throw down to second. He got him. Faisal makes the throw right to McGowan. A nice job there by Gallagher. That's the left-hander advantage. And so, nice job there erasing the runner. As Mason will be off of the base pass, and there's one away. Pitch here fouled back and out of play. So that'll go down 1-3-4. On the out there at second. So the count 1-2 still here to Camerata battling. Christopher goes through the signs. They set a blow away. The pitch in there, called strike 3. So another Edward Jones, Chris Collins strikeout, and there's 2 away here in the top of the ninth.
And that strikeout is brought to you by Edward Jones, Chris Collins.
So with that strikeout, Tobs pitching in the game now with 6. As this one here going to be slowed inside.
Now batting, wearing number 6 from southwestern Oklahoma, Alex Pimentel.
First strikeout for Gallagher. 1-0 count, though, here to Alex Pimentel, the shortstop, who's got a hit in the game. Pitch here will miss outside. He hit a single and scored a run in the 8th inning. Also is flying out to right, picked up a ground out to short, and then hit into a 6-4-3 double play. Righty-lefty matchup. 2-0 is foul. That was off of the handle of the bat. Over into the netting is the on-deck batter. The first baseman. Scopoulos will pick up that loose ball. The count 2-1, two-way here, top of the ninth inning. Marlins lead by 3. The pitch is swung on to Frick. Gloves it. The throw in time. 1, 2, 3, top of the ninth. Tobs now need to rally here in the bottom of the ninth as the home crowd gets up. The dugout comes out here to greet Gallagher as we go to the bottom of the ninth. An 8-5 lead for Morehead City against the Tobs here at historic Fleming Stadium. So we'll see if Morehead City makes a call to the bullpen here for the bottom of the ninth or if Mosier makes his way back out. There is a pitcher warming up down in the bullpen for the Marlins. We'll see if that is their pitcher. Looks like it might be another pitcher. We'll see here who the new pitcher will be for the Marlins. Waiting for him to turn around as head coach Jesse Lancaster out making changes with the home plate umpire. Looks like it's going to be number 31. So that will be Brandon Markland, the new pitcher. The right-hander is Markland, a senior from Bryan College, 6'1". Will look to try to pick up the save. So Markland will try to record the save here in the bottom of the ninth. And he will face Brooks, Frick, and Christopher.
Brandon Markland.
So Markland will be the 5th pitcher of the night. And he is ready to go.
Leading off for the Tobs, wearing number 5 from Missouri Baptist, Drew Brooks.
So Markland takes over after Mosier tossed an inning and two-thirds of efficient baseball out of the bullpen for the Marlins. Yielded just 1 hit and struck out 3 of the 6 batters that he faced. So Markland trying to continue that trend. Stepping in will be Brooks. He's ready to go in the left-handed batter's box. First pitch, and we're underway here in the ninth with a ball. Brooks has flied out to center field twice in this game, also struck out swinging, and popped up to third in foul territory. 1-0 pitch is a called strike on the inner half. See if we can get you some more final scores from across the Coastal Plain League as game's starting to dwindle down. 1-1 pitch. Here's going to miss up and away. Final in 10 innings. Wilmington defeats Holly Springs 6-3. Also final as Ashboro completes their 17-1 victory against Forest City. Top of the ninth inning, Florence has added a run against Lexington County. They lead 12-4. A final, Peninsula picks up an 11-4 win against Edenton. And moving to the bottom of the 8th in Savannah, the Bananas lead Macon 9-3. As the count here is 3-1 with nobody out for the Tobs. Here's the pitch, and that one is swung on and missed, so the count now full 3-2. Here to Brooks. Markland ready to go on the mound. Gets his signs from Delavy. Here's the payoff pitch, and it's fouled back, just getting a piece of it. Was Drew Brooks trying to become a leadoff base runner for the Tobs. Patrick Frick in the on-deck circle. And then Chamoy Christopher to follow. The shortstop from Wake Forest. Another 3-2 pitch, and that one is swung on and missed, strike 3. And so the tough night will continue for Drew Brooks.
Now batting, wearing number 22 from Wake Forest University, Patrick Frick.
So that'll bring up Patrick Frick 0 for 4 in the game. Has grounded out to first, grounded out to third, grounded out to short, and has lined out to second. So he has recorded a out to 4 of the 6 infield positions. And he foul tips this first pitch into the glove of the catcher, Delavie. 8 runs, 14 hits, 1 error for Morehead City. 5 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors for the Tobs. Here's the 0-1, and that one is in there for a called strike, too. The 0-2 pitch coming here from Markland. And that one will miss up above the letters, so the count goes to 1-2. Delavie goes through the signs. Patrick Frick set inside the right-handed batter's box. 1-2 pitch is swung on, but foul down the first base line. Is giving it a look over there, over at first, with Sakopoulos. Tobs in this one have left a number of runners on base, as they have left 8 on to be exact. Another 1-2 pitch to Frick, and that one is in the dirt. Just a little bit of a flinch, nothing there to look. So the count evens at 2-2. Long look in here for Markland. Pitch here is fouled off of Frick at the plate as he keeps the bat alive. So for Brandon Markland, this is his 3rd appearance of the season, and he's already 1-1. As both of his decisions have come in relief. He's worked 3 1/3 innings coming into this one. Had yielded 1 run. It was unearned on 2 hits. Had struck out 3 and walked 1. Trying to pick up his first save. So trying to go a win, loss, and a save potentially in his first 3 appearances for the Marlins this year. Pitch here, line down the right field line, but that one will go foul. Take a look here at the game log for Markland as he tossed 2 1/3 innings in the season opener at Wilmington. Picked up the loss there as he allowed the 1 earned run off 1 hit in 2 1/3 innings, and then picked up the win as he tossed an inning and yielded just a hit. As this ball here is going to hit Patrick Frick, so that'll be a 1-out base runner for the Tobs, and that's the first time tonight that Frick has been on base. It's also our first hit batter of the game. So now we'll see what Chamoy Christopher can do. He's been on base 3 times tonight. A pair of RBI singles, has also walked and flied out to left. So righty-lefty matchup here between Markland and Chamoy Christopher. Frick leads at first. Here's the pitch. That one's a called strike. They catch the inner half of the plate. Tobs trail here 8-5 as we work at the bottom of the 9th inning. Here at historic Fleming Stadium. And this one is swung on. Chopped to second. The flip to short. The turn is in time. Ball game over. The inning ending 4-6-3. Double play as that is going to do it. So the Morehead City Marlins pick up the 8-5 victory, as the Tobs are going to drop their second in a row, as they will fall to 2-2, and Morehead City will pick up their fourth straight win, as they are now 4-1 on the season. So we'll get you the pitching decisions here. As the winning pitcher will be Letchworth after he tossed an inning in this one, as he will go to 1-0 on the year. Farrell will get the loss. He goes to 0-1, and then the first save of the season for Markland. As the final is 8-5. Give you a look here at the final line score: 8 runs, 14 hits, 1 error for Morehead City. 5 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors for the Tobs. So that'll do it for our broadcast here tonight from historic Fleming Stadium, as the Tobs fall on the wrong side of an 8-5 score, as they will drop to 2-2. Morehead City improves to 4-1. Give you a final look here around the Coastal Plain League out-of-town scoreboard. Earlier, final in 10 innings. Wilmington 6-3 winners against Holly Springs. Ashboro 17-1 winners against Forest City. Bottom of the ninth, Florence looking to close out a 12-4 win against Lexington County. Top of the ninth inning, as Savannah looking to pick up the 10-3 win against Macon. A final as Peninsula picks up an 11-4 win against Edenton. So with that win, Peninsula pulls ahead of Wilson, as they are now 3-1, and they lead the CPL North Division standings. And then a final from earlier, High Point Thomasville, 4-0 winners against the Martinsville Mustangs. So that'll do it for us here. For Doug Page and the Wilson Tobs, bringing you live play-by-play coverage of Wilson Tobs baseball here on CPLBaseball.tv. We'd like to thank our exclusive partners, Thomas Law Attorneys, Greenlight, and Emerge Ortho. Also, our game day sponsors, the Bayou of Wilson, Jana Lake State Farm Agent, and Sweetwater Brewing Company, along with French West Vaughan NC by train, and Travel Easy as 1, 2, 3. So tomorrow night, Tobs on the road. Look to try to see if they can avenge tonight's loss against Morehead City before the Tobs return home on Thursday night at 7 p.m. against Edenton. Throwback Thursday and Schools Out summer kickoff. Swing for the fences celebration here at historic Fleming Stadium. For Doug Page, so long from Wilson, North Carolina, and have a great night.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snack.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farm.